600. What's the O stand for? Oh my God, it's early.
All right, folks, enjoy the show. Stay tuned. We're going live in 5, 4, 3.
Morning Mayhem starts now with David BAZZEL, Roger Scott, Justin, live from the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio, Oaklawn, Arkansas, only casino resort.
More juice for me, please. Smoking in New Orleans. I'll take some more juice. Oh, yes. Yes.
Tell me get to Houston town. Wow, wow. There are people there who care a little about me. And they want to let the boy down.
All right, it is 6:09. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Oh.
Man, and it. So glad you're here with us. Move it, move it, move it. Let's go. Last day of the month. Let's go.
Sure as you were born, they bought me a silk suit and put luggage in my hand. And I woke up high over Albuquerque
On a jet to the promised land.
Working on a T-bone steak.
California.
Flying over to the Golden State.
Welcome!
The pilot told us in 13 minutes he would set us at the terminal gate.
Hello, Buff. This is
Hey, Frank.
Morning, Frank.
Come down easy, taxi to the terminal zone. Cut your engines and cool your wings.
And let me make it to the telephone.
Los Angeles.
You may know Fort Virginia Tidewater 41009. Tell the folks back home this is the promised land, cause the poor boys on the line.
Rain's on the way. Rain's on the way. Rain alert.
It's coming, Jerry. And you know what else is coming?
The Monster Mash. He did the mash. He did the mash.
He did the munch. It is Halloween, and a creepy storm rolling in, Roger, as we get ready here.
It's setting up perfect.
It is. Good morning, everybody. We were supposed to be at the Grove this morning, but had some technical issues, so we're bringing the Grove to the studio. We'll have the boys, Jamie and Taylor, here in studio here shortly. Got a busy show. Mark May, Darren McFadden, Melinda Mayo, and some other special guests.
Today?
Rod. That's today.
Wow.
That's today. We were. Good morning, Josh.
Good morning, guys.
Yeah, weren't expecting to see us this morning.
Turn you up. Can't hear you. Buddy.
Yeah, gotta get that.
we go.
There we go. Held that mic and leg.
Yeah, I was not expecting to see you all.
How about that bonus?
It is. It is. Well, you all know. Actually, I have an affinity for you all being out of the studio. They're my favorite days when you all are gone. No, it's good to see you guys this morning.
Yeah, I got a full tilt ahead. We have a Halloween party at the station today. Roger,
What time is that?
That is at noon. And then we've got the Halloween gathering tonight, which we'll talk about, a fundraiser for
There's
the
Halloween gatherings
Arkansas
everywhere,
Food
David.
Bank. Yes, that's tonight. We'll be talking that. Roger will be at Mainline Sports Bar with the costume stuff going on.
Absolutely, that'll be going on. And if you are anywhere between here and Pine Bluff on 65, if you could look for my little toe, we'll explain that later.
Royal Theater last night was outstanding, Roger. All the actors that were in the haunted house there did a good job.
Absolutely.
It was, Josh, I tell you, the old standby, the old...
chainsaw.
Well, the chainsaw at the end is always there. But you know what?
Clown.
The strobe light. The strobe light is creepy because it makes you look like you're sort of going in slow motion, and it is creepy. I found that the creepiest thing last night. I was like, I forgot about the strobe.
Well, I think we climbed to the roof of the Royal Theater. Been there since the 20s
Not
or
the
40s.
20s. Yeah.
And the only issue for me is that I'm trying to watch out for the freaks that come out.
Yes, yeah.
And I'm not paying attention to where I'm walking.
Josh,
you're on a riser or something,
and they have these. They look like it could be alive, Roger, or it could be a dummy, and you're waiting for them to move.
You were calling them out,
and then Roger had the good. It's thankfully RJ was not there. A lot of clowns, a lot of scary clowns. They were following you, man. They were on your tail.
They're right behind you, man. You know they're there.
The only thing close to that last night, Josh, was the 5th inning for the Yankees. We thought it was over.
Wow.
We were trying to get our connection last night. It was 5-0, I think, right?
It was
5-0. I thought, okay, well maybe they can make.
was.
I think. Do we have any audio of that? Oh, here it is. That is right. That's a Yankees fan.
So is it errors? Is that what it was?
It was a combination of things. It was 2 errors. So Anthony Volpe, the shortstop, makes an error. Aaron Judge, gets a line drive hit straight.
Oh no!
To him.
He drops it.
Drops it.
Oh no!
Drops
he just
it.
had a horrible
and
World
then
Series.
Garrett Cole, you would talk about like brain fart of the year. They always teach you this in high school: is when the ball is to first as a pitcher, you run over to first.
Right.
Right. Just doesn't do it.
He doesn't do it.
Doesn't do it. Like it almost like how he takes a couple steps and just stops.
And so they
6 was in.
So it was 5-0, and so they gave up how many runs in that 5th?
5. 6.
So the final score was 7-6. Freddie Freeman was an MVP. What did Freddie do last night, hitting wise?
I think he drove in a couple runs.
Okay, yeah, had another productive day. Listen, he is the nightmare.
Yeah.
He is the nightmare for the Yankees.
Is the first one in history to hit 4?
Yeah, 5. I think it was 5 straight World Series.
Or 6. I think he's 6, right?
It's 5 in this series. 6 dating back.
Yeah, to Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Yeah, that's a crazy stat. Several things to go over. Obviously, we got the Razorback game coming up against Ole Miss. We'll talk with Mark May and Darren McFadden about that. You got the Texans and Jets tonight, Raji Daji, and today is also a couple other things. National Magic Day.
Sure.
How does he say it? Magic.
It's magic.
When you think of magic, Josh, give me the magician that you think of most. The one magician that comes to mind. Is there one?
David Copperfield.
David Copperfield.
I just knew you were going to say Blaine. I thought Blaine might be one for you.
Yeah. No,
that's true. He was big. Yeah.
What was his deal? What was his deal? What was his phrase?
Different things.
No, I saw him. I mean, there was a phrase. Brian McRae loved him. He had a phrase. What's a catchphrase that Blaine said? It was it wasn't like, of course, Doug Henning, he's our favorite. It's magic.
The crazy thing on this day, you know who died on this day, Roger?
Oh, yeah.
Who?
Houdini.
Harry Houdini. You ever heard of him, Josh? You know who Harry?
Yeah.
Okay, 1926. Remember how he died, Raj?
I don't.
Punched.
That's what they say. Either punched in the gut. He had a guy punch him, and then he was in a water tank and he ruptured or something.
Yeah.
We'll never know.
Yeah, sort of a weird deal. In addition to National Magic, it's National Doorbell Day.
Okay.
Do you have anything, a special doorbell at the Scott Estate?
Like everybody else.
Like Beverly Hillbillies?
No, that's right.
Yeah. Listen,
I love that. No, I love just
the Ring is the coolest thing ever. I think the Ring doorbell has become one of the, because you get to see who's there. You can talk to them. You can run them off. You've got them on tape. I mean, I think it's one of the cool inventions of all time.
Listen, when David from my technician from Sanders comes to the house, because Samantha's on the phone with insurance companies constantly, so whenever the phone rings, I see it, the doorbell rings, so I'll get it. And a lot of times it's David, and David's there to say, "Hey, Raj, we're here to do whatever." So David, do what you got to do, and whatever.
It's also too, Roger, Girl Scout Founders Day. Do we still have the Girl Scouts? I don't even know anymore. Did they combine them all?
The Boys Club.
I don't know. Roger, last but not least, National Knock Knock Jokes. Can you give me one knock knock joke off the top of your head?
Well, one of my favorite. You know what my favorite is?
What is?
It's one that I saw on.
I think of Rodney Dangerfield when I think of knock knock jokes or
I
whatever.
don't know. Josh may know it, and everybody may know this one. It is.
Come on.
It is.
Come on.
You've seen it on a new TV show, and I saw it on The Office. It is. I'd have to be here with you. It would be. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Nazis.
Nazis who?
And then you're supposed to slap the hell out of the other person and goes, Viva, ask the questions. That's my favorite one of all time. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You have to see it.
Yes.
Viva! It slaps it. There's a movie, I think, something on Netflix. It's a new movie with the lawyers, and then I saw it on The Office. Knock, knock.
So there you go today.
You got one?
I do not. If you want to be a part of the show, 661-1037. In addition to all those, Roger, we may visit with Blaine Knight, former Razorback pitcher, who was, remember, I think was 14-0 his last year with the Razorbacks, and also maybe David Kellum, the voice of Ole Miss. J.B. Grimes, today's the last day to vote for the RXO Sports Hall of Fame. And one of my old coaches, we're going to try to get him on today, Roger, J.B. Grimes, who was a graduate assistant with me, but he has coached at so many colleges. So many colleges. He's up for the RXO Sports Hall of Fame. And we'll visit with Ebony Mitchell. First time, I think, since she won Miss Arkansas,
Since
Roger.
the engagement?
Well, since that, too.
I think she's been on the show since then with DJ. Right?
No, what about, has she?
Yeah, she has. Yeah,
I can't
she and
recall.
You talked to her in DJ.
Oh yeah,
before.
you're right. It was in
When they were
Fayetteville. It was in Fayetteville.
yeah.
That's right. Not her by herself, but she was there. But that's right. That's right. That's right. But we'll visit with her as well. And anyway, so got some interesting games this weekend to look at. Roger, what is the Oaklawn Sports Line, by the way, Josh? Is it still -7 that the Ole Miss Rebels are favored?
I have to look.
Yeah, I have to look it up. As I'm looking that up, or we're looking that up, I see where Acre's Lock of the Week was -23 with Army.
Oh, listen, the Army's a good one. Army's is a good one.
We heard that on his
they've been
show,
reliable this year.
Right.
Roger, we were supposed to be at
7.5.
7.5. Okay, it's gone up a little bit.
Yeah.
We were supposed to be at the Grove Hunting Club. It is absolutely fantastic. What an amazing place. Yeah. It's massive. It's gotten even bigger. You could take a whole company down there and do the hunting thing, do the gathering thing, getaway meeting thing. But spectacular rooms. My gosh, it's nicer than a lot of hotels.
It is.
That we've stayed. I'm telling you that what was my room called? It was the
Honey Hole.
Honey Hole. It was a honey hole. It was outstanding. Roger almost broke his toe today. Nothing worse than that.
I was in the Bear Den.
Bear Den. I'm telling you, every room, Josh, has a name. Yeah. And I'm telling you, it is a massive facility.
Now they've got
13,000 square foot lodge, 50 hunters, 20 private rooms, locker room, pro shop. I mean, it is really outstanding. And I hate that we had a technical issue, Roger.
Well, listen, everybody knows we have technical issues when we're on the road. And we've always had an issue. Because it's amazing to me that in 2024 and 3/4 that there still are dead spots. I'd like for people to know where's the dead spot you're driving, because we're talking to your dad.
Boy, that's crazy.
And you had we're talking to him, and there's dead spots in Pine Bluff. There's a spot that always gets me. There's a dead spot again on 70. We're in the middle of the United States. On 70, we'll lose a little bit, and then as soon as you come off of that. On ramp to get or exit ramp to get off of 630, and you're going east, I guess is what it is, to get on 430 right before you get to the Shackleford exit. I don't know what direction that is. There's a dead spot right there before you get to it. It's gone.
I know, it's weird.
It's so where's the dead spot for you?
Do you all think that this was an inside job? Do you think that they saw what Baz did last year? You can't have that.
The deer. Roger may have the deers down there may have said we don't want him back. Did you get that clip? Did you finish the clip?
We have. So here's the thing. We have the original clip.
Oh, you do. That had all that talk. We don't play that when we play the shorter version.
We have the 30-second one.
No, that's not the one I told you.
The 3-minute one.
That's right. You have that one.
Well, I thought we weren't going to play because you guys weren't there.
You didn't know that until 30 minutes ago.
Yeah. What do you think? When do you think I was going to get it?
Oh, okay. Okay. So what you still get? What you still do it? Once you still do it, just get.
Here's it. Before you go on, Baz, one other thing. Today is also the last day, unless somebody tells you something different, for you to be able to make a donation of whatever you can.
Yes.
To the Bryant Youth Association. You can go to my Facebook page, your Facebook page. You can go to the, I think, Brixie Hendricks maybe, and we'll find out some of the other ones. And look on the deal for the Bryant, and look on my Facebook page for the Bryant Youth Association. There's a link that you can make a donation of any kind. I would appreciate any consideration that you would give, $5, $10, whatever you got, if you can. I know money's tight for everybody. If you can, please go to there, hit the link on my social or your social, and make a donation. It's the last day to do it. It was a lockup. This is to help kids after school, give them something to do. There's a lot of mentoring going on down there, so there's games for them to play. There's all sorts of things. There's snacks and all that, not to have a latchkey kid or somebody that's not out there, but it keeps them off the street for a little bit as well. Just like me going to an AA meeting for 1 hour, I know I'm going to be okay.
Right.
And so when these kids are going to the Bryant Youth Association, you know they're going to be taken care of and supervised. You can continue on with your job and all that and not worry, because there's cops and all kinds of other people involved. Go to our social and make a donation if you can, please.
Roger, it's interesting on this day. Tommy used to do this, and we've done it quite a bit. On this day in history, Roger, Mount Rushmore was completed.
I didn't know that.
It was. And remember the story on that. They started working on it, and it was... they ran out of money, and then the son came back and tried to finish it for Dad, and they still it was still more work there. I think they may want to add another face. I can't remember who it was, but they stopped on it. So Roger, using Mount Rushmore, if you give me your Mount Rushmore Halloween, it would be who would your four be for Halloween characters?
Halloween.
You
got it's no brainer. It's
Frankenstein, Dracula,
Wolf, and Mummy.
You would do. I don't think Josh may not appreciate that. Remember the old mummy? You always knew you could get away from the mummy.
He was limping like me until you were running and you tripped over a log in the middle of the forest.
That's right.
First of all, what are you doing there?
Yes.
You could run away from him.
The mummy was always creepy because, they cut out his tongue. They wrapped him up, and even back then, they made those movies in the 40s and 50s.
I don't know that I ever knew that about the tongue.
Yes, they cut out the tongue, and I remember it being so creepy when they were showing the mummy back then. The mummy wasn't as popular.
He always
as
had a
werewolf.
little bit of the gauze pad that was loose, and it would flap.
It
would flap.
Last night we didn't see at the haunted house. We didn't see any mummy. You know what it was about? It's about one thing. It's about clowns.
Clowns.
And I'll tell you who's a creepy new one is Pennywise.
Oh sure.
That is a creepy one.
Because he messes with kids, man.
Yeah, he does. He kills kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, that's
what it is. Listen, you want to go after an adult, that's one thing.
He went where nobody likes to go and talk about dealing with kids. Yeah. Tonight, Roger, it feels like today's Friday, but Josh, Thursday night, big game between Fordyce and Rising, maybe the biggest rivalry, historically, Raj. In the state. If
the ambiance, the train.
The train coming by. Yes, that is the buzz game of the week. And that RJ will be out, but Josh will be actually calling the game tomorrow night. Yeah.
What is this week's game? Fordyce and Rising.
Come on.
Is that it? We'll come up with more.
Our man DJ Williams, I don't know if you saw it yesterday. Did you see that he had a one-on-one talk with the Washington kid, the tight end who quit or who was kicked off the team?
I did not. Where did he have that?
So I don't know if anybody. I don't. Sully said it was not a great reflection on the coaching staff. So I'm not sure what happened, but I think he alluded to with DJ said that I regret some of my actions. So whatever he did, Roger, he felt like part of it was his responsibility or all of it, that he lost his composure. Maybe because we talked about he and Gums did not get much playing time, if any, and they didn't catch touchdown passes. So anyway, maybe we can find out what DJ
was it on the zone?
No, he put it on his podcast.
No, he's blocked me. I don't have it. Yeah, DJ has. Well, the good part there is, if you can take any good away from that, is he lost his composure.
Yes.
And I on this show, of the four of us, I'm the one that loses my composure first. First. I mean, I'll do it. But the other part of it is, you like that fire, right? Hey, I want the ball.
Well, I don't know if that was the circumstance.
You don't know the
That's
I got you.
I don't know what the circumstance was.
All right,
all right, we'll go ahead and take a break. If you want to be a part of the show, 661-1037 on the D3 Auto Sales text line. We were supposed to be at the Grove, one of the finest lodges, I think, Roger, in America. I'm telling you, it's as nice. And I've been in some nice lodges here in Arkansas.
Oh, we've been to a lot.
Talk about volume, and they are growing and booming. And if you don't have plans, we'll let Jamie and Taylor tell us exactly what's available. I'm telling you, you'll be blown away when you walk in there. It's as nice as anywhere you can go.
Oh, it really is. You got to listen.
It's a Brad Bluff.
It's a private room. You got your own bathroom, your own TV,
everything.
You got all those things.
I mean, tons of rooms.
All the amenities.
What you said last night, it was like the Shining Hotel.
Oh, it's the Shining
the long hall.
Yeah, it's long.
Hallway.
It's haunted. You can so
all wood smells like wood.
It smells like good a new car.
And you see what we're wearing? If you go to the cameras, there's a reason we're wearing what we're wearing. Oh, look at that. 1037 The Buzz Morning Mayhem. Because last year we didn't have enough orange. I didn't.
That's right.
At the right time, and we have enough orange today. So
we did, and they did that. And so when they'll be up today, Jamie and Taylor will be up, and because we weren't able to go down there because of the honey, the deer. We'll talk about the duck. Maybe we'll be at the duck.
The duck. All right. What are you wearing tonight? What are your kids wearing tonight? Send us some pictures or send us what you're getting your kids dressed up as.
Well, with this orange, Josh told me I might be able to go as a garbage man.
Ah, very nice. Very nice. 627 here at Morning Mayhem.
Get your picks in now for the Bud White SEC Pick'em Challenge. You could win a 50-inch TV. Go to 1037thebuzz.com to register.
This is SportsCenter.
It appeared we were heading towards a game number 6 and a trip back to Los Angeles in this year's World Series, thanks to the Yankees in a 5th-inning blow-up. That is not the case. The Dodgers won the World Series in 5 games over the New York Yankees last night. They trailed 5-0 heading into the 5th inning, but thanks to errors from Aaron Judge, Anthony Volpe, and a miscue from Garrett Cole in not covering first base, the Dodgers were able to erase that 5-run deficit. The Dodgers were then able to scrape across 2 runs in the top of of the 8th inning, and then Walker Buehler holds on for them to get a 7-6 victory in game number 5. It's Dave Roberts' second World Championship win as manager of the Dodgers. It's the 8th World Series championship for the Dodgers franchise as a whole. Once again, the Los Angeles Dodgers are your 2024 World Series champions. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center. Buzz Weather with KARK's Pat Walker.
Rain and thunderstorms here throughout the morning hours. The showers will begin to taper off this afternoon. This afternoon we'll have a high of 74 degrees. No rain in the forecast tonight, but it should be a mostly cloudy sky, and it'll get a little cooler. We'll drop down to 56. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Riverfront Steakhouse Special. Dinner for two for $60. 10-ounce filet, fried shrimp, 2 sides, and our famous salad bar. Only $60. Good Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night.
Tune in to 103.7 The Buzz as Justin Acree and DJ Williams broadcast live from each meeting of the Little Rock Touchdown Club, brought to you by Arkansas Urology. Justin and DJ will broadcast live from the Doubletree downtown, bringing you interviews with each speaker and their comments to the club live. Monday, the Little Rock Touchdown Club welcomes former Texas quarterback Colt McCoy. That's The Zone live at the Little Rock Touchdown Club, brought to you by Arkansas Urology.
Life isn't just about living, it's about living well. And no one understands that better than Baptist Health. Baptist Health is there to support you in your wellness journey wherever it may take you. They really are so much more than a healthcare provider. They're a true partner coming alongside you to help you live your fullest, healthiest life. From pediatrics to women's health to cardiac care to orthopedics to primary care. They offer the full spectrum of services you need to keep yourself and your whole family healthy, no matter what phase of life you're in. And you can always count on the care you receive at Baptist Health to be exceptional and compassionate. Listen, they're Arkansas's most trusted name in healthcare for a reason. For more than a century, Baptist Health has helped countless Arkansans create the healthy lives they deserve. And I know they can do the same for you. I know from experience the level of commitment they have for their patients. I've been a Baptist Health patient for decades, and I'm always in good hands. Their level of care is exceptional. Remember, life isn't just about living. It's about living well, and no one understands that better than Baptist Health. Ready to take the next step in your wellness journey? Visit Baptist-Health.com. Baptist Health, for you, for life.
Hi, it's Mayor Frank Scott Jr. It's election time, and I know you're asking, what is Results for the Rock? Well, it's our opportunity to invest in progress, strengthen Little Rock by improving public safety, streets, and drainage, addressing homelessness, and sparking economic development. This 1-cent sales tax will generate $650 million over 10 years. 5/8 cents will fund major projects like street repairs, public park enhancements, addressing homelessness, and affordable housing, as well as public safety improvements, and then go away, while 3/8 cents will remain and will cover long-term maintenance and upkeep. For the cost of a Coke a day, we'll fund safer streets, affordable housing, new parks, and world-class sport complexes, ensuring a better future for all of us. And with $30 million for tech upgrades and $50 million to replace outdated police and fire vehicles, we're investing in your public safety. Vote twice for Little Rock's future, because a penny today funds progress for tomorrow.
Welcome back to Morning Mayhem, live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
Touchdown, Arkansas! Oh, my!
No.
And thanks to everybody that's calling in or writing in, but it's KGB, not Nazis. Maybe I've just heard Nazi for a while here lately. KGB, that's Russian, right?
Yeah, that is KGB.
But it's Viva, that's the question. So it's Nazi or something.
Yes.
What they call the Nazis police? The SS, I don't know. Anyway, that's the joke.
They're the Gestapo.
The Gestapo, yeah.
Someone said torrential downpour in Conway, Roger, right now.
Yeah, bro, listen. All the lights are out there. We got lightning going on.
Oh, perfect. Listen. Josh, this was so big when it came out with the video. And what's that?
This is the one thing I really don't like. It's like, Josh, you don't know how big Michael Jackson was.
You don't know the song.
No. Two things.
When did he
Number
die?
one,
how long has he been dead?
Yes, I do. I understand how big he was. And two, I have a reference point. Taylor Swift is alive.
I want you to take that out of post. I don't want that on the podcast.
Is she not the biggest pop star since Michael Jackson?
Yeah, she is, but she's not Michael Jackson.
Jelly Roll's moving up.
I think Michael. Okay, look, I'm not telling you Michael Jackson.
Sounds like it.
You're getting really upset about it.
It really is. Almost racist.
You don't get how good I understand it. I understand it fully.
You know, I just again for those that sometimes for those like who saw Lincoln get shot, that were there, Roger.
Yes.
They have a different perspective.
Totally.
And
you know what? Yes.
And so we were there. We were there.
You could have gotten Kennedy
when this video came out.
Could have got Butler, Pennsylvania.
I remember being in my dorm room in Fayetteville when this came out.
When Kennedy?
We all gathered around to see this.
Oh, absolutely, because he bought time.
Who was the producer that did this? The movie producer.
Is it Landis?
Yeah.
Is it Landis?
I think it's right.
I don't know.
Back then it was a big deal. He spent $1 million on the video.
$1 million.
All right, Josh, extra credit.
Yeah, Josh, here it is.
Who was the voice at the end of this that they use?
The guy who's like yelling. He's like, ha ha ha.
Yeah, when he talks, he said, "Sorry, little dirty." I don't know what the audio is.
What did you say? Mark the tape.
You don't mark nothing. You mark.
It's the great Vincent Price, who was a great scary.
Vincent Price?
See, you don't know everything. That's right.
All right, let's give him a point of reference. Who would Vincent Price be today? Is there such a person?
There is no.
Man, you know what? It would be The Undertaker. No, Vincent Price was a old time scary movie guy. Have you seen the thing where he never got paid for that? They never made any royalties and all that. That's been floating.
John Landis did.
John Landis.
Coming to America, Blues Brothers.
Now look up the Thriller video. Yeah.
I thought we would get to Vincent Price here at some point. But
this is just a tad longer than the hunting tape Josh is looking at.
He's got the greatest voice. When you think of horror movies, when you think of a voice, this guy.
At that time, I think he was. Listen, I mean,
he was idolized as the
big time.
Yeah, as the deal.
It's exactly why in the 3-part episode of the Brady Bunch when they went to Hawaii, he was in the cave.
What's the word he uses? He talks like a cool guy. Remember, he makes a rhyme.
Vincent Price?
Yeah, he makes a rime at the end, and
they toil and trouble and trouble. No, I have no idea what he says.
It's coming. 661-1037 if you want to be a part of the show. Here we go. Let's see if we get it here. No, it's not. They got the dance here. Oh, no, here it is. Here it is. Here we go.
Across the land, the midnight hour is close at hand. Creatures crawl in search of blood.
Oh, damn.
What is that?
To terrorize
y'all's neighborhood.
And whosoever shall be found without the soul for
getting down.
I don't know that. Look at you.
Stand and face the hounds of hell.
Come on, Baz.
And rot inside a corpse's shell.
Wow. Wow. How about that? I told you it was impactful in my life back in 1980.
Who was?
What year was it that it came out? That's good. Thank you.
I think it's like
84. Yeah, was it? I think it was.
Yeah, because I think John Landis had already done some of those movies before he had done.
Some of those movies. I think you just trailed off like me.
We did like Trading Places, and he did Animal House.
Sure.
In America.
661-1037. Thank you, Roger, for that. Somebody, it's just to me Halloween. Bobby Joe said, "Big old scary snake."
Hey, whoa, don't! No. Why would you read it?
I was just saying. Here's one that says they told Washington to go into the game on Saturday. Ty Washington, the tight end that was kicked off the team, and he said no, and he's saying it's because he wasn't in a good mental state. And I guess, and you had Gums too that was kicked off as well as a tight end. I wonder if both of them did the same thing.
Who is the second tight end? The
Paskey?
Paskey.
Who'd been hurt and came back and
Bill Blasky.
I think a lot of the
what?
A lot of the anger from those two guys probably stems from the fact that that guy was playing.
Paskey came back and had 2 touchdown receptions,
and they're like, "Why aren't we?"
Yeah,
playing?
that's right. And they'd gotten some reps in recent games. I remember. I don't remember what game it was, but DJ Williams with the breaking. Yeah, with the
Wow, how about that?
You went tight end.
Well, the other day when Roger and I were finishing up the Monday show because you were at the Touchdown Club, DJ was on here teasing news. Yeah. And he really he got about as far as you could, Roger, down the line of telling us but not telling us.
Yeah. He did. Yeah. We went everywhere. Didn't know anything. He knew.
You want to say it?
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to do that. Yeah,
we were trying to get you. Of course, we turn everything into trivia. That's what we were trying to do. All right, offense, defense. Here we go. Offense. White guy, black guy. I asked Chris Kane that. He said he would. Which one?
Frank Lawrence from the Little Rock Athletic Club said,
Frank.
"You guys are on fire this morning.
Oh, thanks,
happy
Frank.
Halloween."
Thanks, Frank.
We got our boys out there from the Grove, Josh. We'll go get them here in just a second.
They're now.
They are here now. Someone says, "Has Josh seen the Ten Commandments?" No, I forgot. Vincent Price was the one.
Is he Baka?
He played the Egyptian that Moses killed. Moses killed him.
Yeah. Now, when does that play? Didn't they used to play that on TV? Didn't you all?
Easter.
That's Easter.
Every Easter.
Yeah,
yes. So he played Baka. Dathan was Edward G. Robinson. I think he was Baka. I would tell you rat-faced Dathan.
So tell Roger Jelly Roll couldn't hold Taylor Swift. Drink glass. Oh my gosh! I can't believe you actually put Jelly Roll in a class with Taylor Swift. Did you do that?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I just said that. I was trying to tell him who's the biggest pop star out there. And right now, let me tell you something. You ever hear about Taylor Swift leaving thousands of dollar tip?
Yeah, that was. Well, she may have done that, but
what I said. Yeah. I said you never heard about it.
She's no roll. She's no
roll.
661-1037. Somebody says, "Has anybody discussed what the weather will be like for the ball game Saturday in Fayetteville?" I do not know.
Oh, Melinda's on today.
Yeah, she's on today. We'll check that out. I didn't realize we had weather coming in. I don't know about tonight too, Roger. We'll find out for all the trick-or-treaters. It was neat last night to see that line in Benton.
Yeah,
and those are all trained actors, and they were all wanted a part of Roger Scott. They all want to
have no idea who Roger Scott is. You was being such a weenie.
I am making a prediction right now that Roger Scott will be the headline of a play at the Royal Theater.
Listen, I did not realize all the activities that go on in downtown Benton.
Oh, man, there's a lot of great little
Rock and Roll Sushi's down there. Past that, there's some Italian places down there. I met you at a Mexican place down there. What was that place? The Revival?
Yeah, well, you had the Revival, and then they have
something else. Okay,
they two different
all that's going on, and then the Royal Theater. They took it over and assumed the dead of it, for lack of a better term, and now they have live action plays down there.
Yeah,
and they'll have some cool. Up for. So I'm going to go down there and do. I told Samantha last night I'll take her to dinner down there.
Roger, very cool. Today is the birthday of John Candy. A lot of great movies that you can go with. You go. Well, you think of Blues Brothers, but that's not number one. But if you go Planes, Trains, and
Animal House, John Candy. I'm sorry, I think
Splash, Stripes. Before he died, I think that would he was
Uncle Buck.
I would start with
what's the one with Dan Aykroyd? And today's his birthday.
Today is John Candy's birthday.
What's the one with? What was the one with Dan Aykroyd? With the Outdoors,
74,
the Great Outdoors.
Yes.
And by all accounts, a wonderful person.
I would think when Stripes, doesn't he? When he wrestles the girls in Stripes, doesn't he go in the wrestling deal with the mud wrestling deal?
He sure does.
Yeah,
he sure does.
That's a classic one. And then listen, nothing beats to me Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Did you ever hear Steve Martin talk about him
when he talks about that scene? And they edit that scene. They said
at the very end, but how good of an actor he was. Left us way too soon.
What else was he in? Oh, and he had a cameo in. Home Alone.
Home Alone, that's right. The other birthday I was going to mention, Roger, we've got several to get to, but you know what famous coach has his birthday today?
Oh, Nick Saban.
That's right. Brought a lot of horror to football programs across the country. Rather.
Sure did. And that's why they're saying, is his name close to being Nick Saban?
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Wow.
That's not me talking. That's science.
We'll take a break. We got our boys from the Grove who we did everything we could to get it to work. Our equipment, we don't know what the deal is. Well, you listen, Kate, we mentioned that.
And the storm and
we mentioned Soko and Little Piggy.
Yeah, I went in there. I saw Soko.
I've spotted some things for Jessica.
Yeah, I know you did. Yeah, you sure did. And you know what? This is something you always. I know the first thing you always go to. I don't even care what store it is. Shoes. You're a shoe guy.
A woman with a hot pair of shoes on is outstanding to me. It's just, yeah.
Well, and you're saying, and that's
boots,
all.
Or that. I didn't say that. But
well, that's what you meant.
Yeah.
You bought me boots before, too, now that I think about it.
All right. 661-1037. More Halloween coming up at 6:45.
Y'all know how much I love Sissy's Log Cabin, and part of the reason I think they're so wonderful is their diamond selection. It's truly unlike any other. First off, Sissy's only carries natural diamonds. You won't find one lab-grown gem in the bunch. Second, the selection is expansive. No matter what you're looking for, you can find it. From a 7-carat stunner engagement ring to simple diamond stud earrings to luxe tennis bracelets to loose diamonds in every size and shape. Lastly, I know every shopping experience is going to be extraordinary thanks to Sissy's promise of exceptional service, unmatched quality, and of course, natural diamonds. They always take great care of me, and I know they'll take great care of you too. I'm telling you, the only real diamond is a natural diamond from Sissy's Log Cabin. Find yours by shopping online at sissyslogcabin.com or visit any of their 6 locations in Pine Bluff, Little Rock Heights, Little Rock Promenade, Jonesboro, Memphis, or Conway.
This is Pat Bradley for Watson Cleaning Services. They offer daily cleaning, floor maintenance, construction cleanup, high-rise glass cleaning, and more. You can trust the experience at Watson Cleaning Services. Watson Cleaning provides 24-hour services to offices, industrial sites, financial institutions, places of worship, and schools across the state. I know John Watson personally and have seen the reputation be built from 30 years of serving Arkansas. Call 501-834-1797 and get a free estimate and see why they currently serve over 140 customers across the state. And visit watsoncleaning.com.
Mickey Hennard for Hennard Foothills Equipment in Searcy. We've been selling and servicing Kubota equipment since 1991. Family owned and operated for over 30 years, we pride ourselves in an honest sales experience and unmatched service after the sale. We carry Kubota tractors, mowers, construction, and hay equipment. If you allow us to be your Kubota dealer of choice, we promise not to let you down. Come see us on Main Street in Searcy. Hennard Foothills Equipment, we're your hometown Kubota dealer no matter where you live.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. And the word for today is hope. Hope is all the rage these days. Prevaricating politicians wave the flag of hope. Football coaches stoke the fires of hope. And Andy Dufresne in The Shawshank Redemption told Red, remember Red, hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things. And no good thing ever dies. When we lose hope, we find it difficult to go on. But when hope springs eternal, we can fight through difficult circumstances and do incredible things. You don't have to hope for good things at Doublebee's because they're there. Doublebee's has some terrific ice cream in Cabot and Clinton and some great hot food in most of our 34 Arkansas locations. Come by and treat yourself at Doublebee's because Doublebee's is where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Doublebee's.
Fall in Arkansas. It's Friday Night Lights, tailgates, sweater weather. You know it. The Crane team knows it. From pickup and delivery to service after the sale, every vehicle with the Crane team name is committed to your satisfaction. And with 17 locations and America's favorite brands, you can worry less about how you'll get there and just enjoy the moment. Visit us today or shop over 3,500 new vehicles online at craneteam.com.
We all know how busy our lives can be these days and how important our time and convenience is as well. Edwards Food Giant knows that too. So that's why they're inviting you to take advantage of their Heat and Eat Meal Solutions items in their deli department. Delicious Edwards Food Giant signature dishes, along with a wide choice of entrees and sides, all ready for you to pick up and take home to serve your family tonight. The Heat and Eat Meal Solutions now at your favorite Central Arkansas Edwards Food Giant deli. This week's special is meatloaf for only $7.49 per pound with roasted red skin potatoes and peppers for $4.99 per pound.
Roger Scott is at it again with his Razorback Song of the Week, presented by Dr. Jimmy Tucker at Ortho, Arkansas. Join Morning Mayhem each week as the smooth, dulcet tones of Roger Scott bring you his Razorback Song of the Week. It's all brought to you by Dr. Jimmy Tucker at Ortho, Arkansas, and your fun and game station 103.7 The Buzz.
Always make sure to say please and thank you. Morning Mayhem is back on the air, live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Oh, this is an oldie but a goodie.
There it is. You do not know how big Ray Parker Jr. was, Josh.
What was this, 86, 87?
I'd say, and I think that was a Landis movie. I think.
what? Ghostbusters? It may have
Think
been.
so.
We were talking about Hannibal Lecter being not getting much respect for rankings of greatest horror.
One of them, yeah.
Villain.
Yeah.
I think the scene to me, Roger, where that he's captured. They've got the big cage. He's in the middle of the house. And the cops are going.
Oh, and they've got on the mask?
They're going, they look in there. They goes, oh, my gosh, he's escaped. He's escaped. And he took the face off the dude, put it on his own face, got hauled off. That was one of the most intense scenes ever, I think, in a horror movie.
And the bad part is that when you got a guy who is so intelligent and good at taking the face off of somebody and putting it on himself, why can't he do things for good?
And then I think we get 2 or 3 of him, but he never hurt. What's her name? What was the? Clarice. What was the actress's name? Jodie Foster.
Justin does a great.
He does Hannibal Lecter.
Is it the guy?
Oh no,
the guy in the cave. In the cave. Yeah, he does that. I think that is.
He does.
And Justin doesn't get credit for being a great horror guy either.
In the studio now, we've got the boys from the Grove, Jamie Price and Taylor Grayson. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Hey, fellas.
Listen, we hate that we didn't work it out. We'll figure out another way to get back down there. I'm gonna tell you, the lodge is spectacular.
Yeah.
You guys have added to it. I mentioned a minute ago, 13,000 square foot lodge. You can have 50, right? 50 hunters altogether.
We can. We have 50 beds. We added 4 private cabins this year, so you can kind of slip away after your hunt. And
it is unreal. It is like a. I don't even know how to describe it. It's not just one lodge. You've got
compound.
Lodges,
I don't know.
It's like a compound.
Yeah.
But whoever designed your deal, all of it's spectacular. Wood. Everything was wood. I mean, in quality wood. I mean, the flooring, everything is top notch. Yeah, a matter of fact, that was hard for me to leave this morning.
Listen, it's like me and my buddy just went out of town and spent the night out of town and then come back to work. That's what we did.
We were going to celebrate the kill that I had a year ago, which was one of the greatest moments in radio history in the nation.
It will go down. And you've been to the mountain.
But we were not gonna hunt today.
No, especially after watching Melinda's forecast yesterday morning, she actually timed it about 8:00, and that's probably not a good place for us.
Did you hit it on the way down?
So we did get a little bit of rain on the way down, but I think it's really fixing to be.
See a lot of pictures on your walls. There are literally hundreds of them of deer that have been killed there on your grounds. But really, duck is what is where your flex, right?
It is, but our deer hunting is really based around kids. Still adults, plenty of adults kill deer, but you see the pictures of the kids that do it. But duck hunting is the driving force, I think, behind the Grove. What we did.
Now you're a native of Pine Bluff, just like Melinda Mayo is, and of course you went to Ole Miss, the Texarkana Junior College, and had a nice career within one game of the World Series back then. And so we always talk about this. Justin Moore's going to rag you about the Grove and Ole Miss. And,
oh sure.
But you may get Blaine Knight on today for us. Blaine Knight, who was 14-0 for the Razorbacks back in the day, and
I think Blaine is. I think Razorback baseball is so strong. Van Horn's done an awesome job. Kevin Kopps, I think, probably gets a lot of the attention for a great pitcher. But if you really look at it, in my opinion, starting pitcher is Razorback's face of starting pitcher is Blaine Knight.
Sure, at 14-0. Now, while we were trying to get the equipment to work last night, I hope y'all were enjoying the World Series. Did you? So the Yankees just self-destructed there in the whatever inning it was, up 5-zip.
It was. I told my daughter at 5-0. I said, "This is fixing to be a new series."
That's like because Josh had talked about yesterday. Well, maybe they could come back, which nobody's ever done, and it looked like it was going to be 3-2 for sure.
No doubt, and it's how quick baseball changes with the mistake in center field. And
listen, Yankee fans aren't used to seeing that. No. for them to lose like that.
I don't know we got audio from the game from right after the game. That's everything. Sorry about that. And to sit there and thinking, if you're a baseball fan, whether you're a Yankee fan or Dodger fan, not to take away from that, it is weird that when your team does win the World Series, you start burning down and looting your city. It should. I thought it would be the other way around. I didn't know. I don't know what. It's a bizarre world.
I know they do it in college towns where they burn couches and stuff like that.
They're burning buses. They're looting the TV. So that's what it's so. But anyway, I'm sitting there thinking, well, what a dud. I was thinking it was going to be I didn't know. I don't know how good either one of the teams were. We knew Ohtani was in. The Yankees were as good to get there with Judge and all. But boy, it just petered out for me as just a baseball fan that wanted to see Game 7 or 6.
Listen, and the Dodgers made all the right moves. They stocked their roster with the players they wanted, and it paid off. And they're already the favorite for next year for being the World Series champs for next year.
They are.
And Ohtani will probably pitch next year,
right? And without even having Ohtani healthy in the staff is they do.
That's what says a lot. Yeah.
Couple of messages on our D3 Auto Sales text line. A guy by the last name of Candy Roger, born on Halloween. Pretty cool. John Candy.
I didn't think about it.
John Candy was the coach in Cool Runnings. I've never seen that. Have you seen that, Raj?
Yeah, the Jamaican bobsled. Yeah.
Josh trying to whitewash the King of Pop with Taylor Swift. I think he needs some sensitivity training.
Absolutely.
Hey, bring back the Bay bracket and watch him lose it.
He would.
This would say to say,
but he'd like it.
Roger, to say that Verona's some Italian place is like saying McLaren is some barbecue joint. Come on, Roger, you're better than that.
Well, I'm sorry. Here's the deal. I said in Italian, but I wasn't speaking about Verona's unless that's what's downtown Benton. I thought the Verona's is the one that's on the service road, I believe. I don't know that. I don't know the places. I'm going to go try it.
Listen, not every downtown in these smaller towns revive. Like, listen, that Benton Square, we mentioned Kate's Places and others. I mean, it's really nice. Restaurants.
It's going to be beautiful with Christmas and all that as well.
And they kept the old theater. That's where we did the haunted house last night. I love the fact and then they have the old courthouse there. So,
and you got to understand, growing up, my Italian was hamburger helper, fettuccine Alfredo. And so real Italian, and I've been to Verona's, and that's a nice place too, but it goes right through me because it's that white sauce. I'm just telling you, but I like it. So we're going to go down there and have some grub.
I feel bad for Jamie because we thought, who was that dressed up walking by the hallway there?
Oh,
hey, Jim, I didn't see it was. She dressed up. What number is she wearing?
Hold on,
54?
Let's figure it out.
She
cereal.
Oh no, she's got some. Of course she's going to win the prize today.
Serial killer.
Oh, very nice.
Thank you for showing me the name.
Nice.
Idiot. Oh, very good.
That's outstanding. What creativity.
Right now you're the clubhouse leader.
Oh my! Can you win?
No.
You can't win because you're voting on.
It's very nice of you to go all out like that and just be. And people can see you on the cameras, and so that's awesome.
So creative. Yes.
Very nice.
We're having a Halloween party today at lunch, and Roger, what should we go as?
We're going as Dumb and Dumber twins, or we just need to get some reflectors on them. We could be garbage men. We need some garbage men vests. What could we go as? I don't know.
Well, why are you doing here so early this morning? You just get ready for the party? I got you.
She's here early all the time.
Well, great to see you.
Thank you, Jim. And I think I got my 401k worked out.
And I hate this. Nice. I hate this for Jamie. Normally we have Joe Klein, and so we were going to be down there, and Joe was just going to call. So I text Joe and I said, "Hey, looks like we're coming back to the studio." He goes, "Nah, I'm just going to make it tomorore." I said, "Oh,
is that how he talked?"
Yeah, well, he just texted me. So I hate that because Joe was one of your idols growing up, or you love Joe.
Huge Razorback fan, obviously being from here.
Absolutely,
and Joe was just.
Did you go see him play Michael Jordan?
Of course we were.
Well, you were in the gymnasium for that game.
Yes, sir.
I think everybody in Pine Bluff was in that game.
Did you ever see Elvis down there?
I did not.
Okay, you know family that has.
My dad was a huge Elvis fan.
Okay,
so
he would have gone. You think?
Oh yeah.
Okay, very good.
661-1037 is the number if you want to be a part of the show. It's going to be a shootout in Fayetteville. Ole Miss leads the SEC in total offense, 538 yards per game, and passing with 354. Scoring 39.5. However, the Hogs aren't bad either. They're obviously a top 10 offense, and but this will be a better defense for the Razorbacks you're going to face than what they faced in Mississippi State. That was maybe one of the worst defenses ever.
Well, and I think y'all touched on it yesterday. Is I'm not trying to throw shade on the Rebels, but we've just really the first 4 games were. Yeah. Probably not who they should have been playing. Nothing,
they just play cupcakes. Yeah,
it's just
cupcakes.
Not there.
Yeah, it was. Matter of fact, when I was on the sports app, the Oaklawn sports app, I was loading up on Ole Miss every week those first 4 weeks because they would hang 50 on every opponent. Mm-hmm. Now they play a little bit tougher schedule, and the game's always pretty close, usually between Ole Miss and Arkansas. There's a lot of great history there. Yeah, it'll be a good game. Roger, the kickoff is at 11.
All right.
Back to the 11. Did you hear? By the way, did you guys hear Lane Kiffin complaining about the kickoffs in the SEC?
I did.
Do you think it's valid?
What did he say? What was the deal?
He basically said he was complaining. LSU gets another night game.
Yeah,
go figure. Go figure.
Well,
Part of it's winning. Part of it's winning.
Yeah, it's an entertainment product.
That's right. It's what the networks want to put on TV. But it is not fair to the fans. The fan base always having to get there at 11 o'clock. This will be our third. We get 3 in a row.
Oh, wow.
Mississippi State, Ole Miss, and Texas are all 3 on the 11 o'clock slots.
We did have back-to-back night games, to be fair.
We did, which was outstanding, which we have not had in a long time, which was great. All right, if you want to be a part of the show, 661-1037. Mark May coming up, Darren McFadden, the GOAT, coming up. We got the boys from the Grove, Jamie and Taylor hanging out. No hunting today. We may relive 1 year ago. We've got the tape. Josh is working on it. It's one of the greatest moments in radio history.
It's on the Mount Rushmore.
I love it when Roger goes, he's in the death path. He's in the death path. He just dropped off his kids.
That's what I was thinking.
And then Josh is not liking the deficiency comment that Jamie made about the deer. It's a deficient deer.
I didn't like it. I just like to justify the kill.
All right, don't go away. 7 o'clock.
ESPN and The Buzz gives you the complete sports and entertainment package.
I love that game.
1037 The Buzz, KABZ Little Rock.
Injured? There's only one number you need to know. 888-8888.
At Rainwater Holton Sexton, no case is too big and no insurance company too strong.
Just dial 888-8888.
Responsible attorneys Michael Rainwater and Bob Sexton.
Creed. Are You Ready Tour with very special guests, 3 Doors Down and Mammoth WVH. November 3rd, Simmons Bank Arena. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Creed with 3 Doors Down and Mammoth WVH on the Are You Ready Tour.
The all-new alternative firearm season is opening October 19th. Check out the great selection of straight-wall cartridge firearms and straight-wall ammo selection 350 and 400 Legend in stock. Shop local this hunting season. Fort Thompson and Sherwood.
A lot of talk.
Why do you have to talk like that?
And a lot more attitude.
You have a problem? Turn off your station.
1037 The Buzz, KABZ Little Rock. Buzz News with KARK's Claire Kreitz.
The Arkansas Forestry Department has been working overtime to deal with wildfires across the state. This month alone, nearly 300 fires have sparked. Reps with Forestry Emergency Services say they are seeing more right now than they have in the past decade. The agency has about 200 people positioned around the state, ready to fight the flames with bulldozers and water drops from single-engine planes. Still, some of these fires have been difficult to handle because they've ignited and spread so quickly. According to the Department of Agriculture, our dry weather is a big factor in these fires, and that even a few inches of rain would make a major difference. The State Health Department released its latest report for the flu season. The state is still listed as having minimal flu activity, but it has moved up a point on the scale. We are still in flu season, so more cases are likely to happen as we get closer to the end of the year. This is Claire Kreitz for the Buzz Radio Network.
Morning Mayhem wants to know, is it fact or is it crap? Listen each week for your chance to play, presented by Hubbard Power Sports Can-Am and Cedar of Russellville. Whether you're on the road, on the water, or in the trails, we've got the ride for you.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center. Buzz Weather with KARK's Pat Walker.
Rain and thunderstorms here throughout the morning hours. The showers will begin to taper off this afternoon. This afternoon we'll have a high of 74 degrees. No rain in the forecast tonight, but it should be a mostly cloudy sky, and it'll get a little cooler. We'll drop down to 56. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Riverfront Steakhouse Special. Dinner for 2 for $60. 10-ounce filet, fried shrimp, 2 sides, and our famous salad bar. Only $60. Good Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night.
Join 1037 The Buzz and the Arkansas Food Bank Halloween night at Flyway Brewing to scare away hunger. The party starts at 6 and admission is free. Wear your best costume to compete in the costume contest for great prizes. It's Halloween night at Flyway Brewing with the Arkansas Food Bank and 1037 The Buzz.
Hey, it's David BAZZEL for Oaklawn. What a great college and NFL football season it's been so far. I'm having a blast making my picks on the Oaklawn Sports app. Last 2 weeks, I've gone 8-1 in the NFL and 8-4 in college. If you don't have the Oaklawn Sports app, download it now in the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store to get in on the action, futures, outright winners, spreads, totals, player props, game props, and live in-game wagering. If you can name it, you could probably bet on it with the Oaklawn Sports app. Plus, new Oaklawn Sports customers can earn up to $1,000 in bonus bets. It's really simple. Once you've deposited in your Oaklawn Sports account, you're automatically enrolled in the promotion. You'll receive a second chance on your first bet during each of your first 10 days on the app for up to $100 in bonus bets per day. Check out all the details and rules in the Oaklawn Sports app. Plus, some great headliner entertainment coming to the Oaklawn Event Center. Trace Atkins, Somewhere in America Tour, Friday, January 3rd, and Larry the Cable Guy, Friday, January 17th. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
Some metal suppliers sell you the products you want, but do they offer everything a successful building project really needs? That's why Reed's Metals is now Fortify Building Solutions, your reliable partner for metal roof, wall, and building products, plus the expert advice and personalized service you can count on. Make the process easier and every project stronger. Visit in Benton or at FortifyBuildingSolutions.com. FortifyBuildingSolutions.com to see what can be built better together.
Moms worry. It's what we do. But for the last 4 years, I've worried about making ends meet. The cost of groceries and gas are so high. I just don't know how young families can afford diapers or rent. And as kids grow, everything gets more expensive. One thing I know for sure, French Hill is the right choice for Congress. He was a banker. He understands the economy. He gets it. And he will keep fighting for Arkansas families.
I'm French Hill, and I approve this message.
Political ad paid for by French Hill for Arkansas.
Bull riding, the perfect fusion of strength, skill, and pure willpower. Professional bull riders aren't just athletes. They're daredevils with cowboy souls. Come experience the true modern West, where 8 seconds of glory will create a lifetime of memories. It's the PBR North Little Rock at Simmons Bank Arena, March 8th and 9th. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com and PBR.com. Hold on tight. The ride of your life is about to begin.
Hi, it's Frank Fletcher from the Fletcher Dodge store here in Sherwood. Folks, if you're shopping for a new car or truck, I hope you'll come see us and give us a chance to earn your business. We have huge discounts, 0% financing available, and we'll give you $1,000 over Kelly Blue Book value for your trade-in. Folks, I guarantee you a hassle-free buying experience. And if you've had credit problems in the past, listen to this. We have an easy pre-approval process. Just go to FletcherCredit.com to get started. You can be pre-approved in minutes. It's really not hard. FletcherCredit.com. Folks, we're also still buying cars every day. If you got an old car or truck you want to turn into cash, bring it to Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood and ask for Chris or Andy. Shop Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood before you buy anywhere else. Shop in person or shop online at FletcherDeals.com. Thank you.
Just like in football, both the great offense and defense are so important in properly maintaining your lawn. And the best defense against weeds starts with a call to the team at Sanders Ground Essentials, because there's no better time than now to start that weed control program. And then this winter, I know I'm so looking forward to that beautiful dormant lawn that Sanders always provides for me. Remember, next spring's lawn starts with the Sanders Fall Pre-Emergent Treatments. So go on the offense today with Sanders Ground Essentials on the web at sandersground.com.
Welcome back to Morning Mayhem.
If I can change.
Live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios.
And you can change.
Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
Everybody can change.
Here is David BAZZEL, Roger Scott, and Justin Moore.
Justin! All right. It is 7:06. Happy Halloween, everybody, on this October 31st. It's going to be a rainy day here in central Arkansas. The rain's already here.
It's dark. Is it supposed to be this
dark? I know. That's what I'm saying.
No, the time has
changed next week, right?
No, Sunday.
This Sunday.
Oh, yeah, but you're right, next week.
We got the boys from the Grove here, the Grove Hunting Club, Jamie Price and Taylor Grayson. We were supposed to be there broadcasting and had some technical difficulties that Roger and I could not overcome. So it is a spectacular lodge, 13,000 square feet. It can have 50 hunters, right? Jamie,
Yes.
50 hunters can be there at one time. 12,000 acres of waterfowl hunting. They're in Jefferson County, only an hour from Little Rock, and one of the most spectacular lodges. I mean, everything is impressive in there. I mean, it's as nice a lodge as I've ever seen, and it's really close.
It is, and thank you so much for that. We just tried to update amenities each year, tried to make it a little bit different for all our repeat customers. We changed out, put a new flooring in this year, as you probably saw last night. It just want to make it homely, but still make it.
It is nice, and the volume, the fact that is so big now. It's become. I think we were out there 7 years ago. I don't know how many beds you had, but it wasn't 50.
No.
I mean, it is a massive compound, and everything you've done is really first class in quality.
Well, thank you. We've continued to expand, but we also don't want to get too overcrowded with still be able to maintain our relationship with each customer.
Don't you have a chef that comes in when you guys are there? And
we have 2 or 3 chefs.
Yeah.
Trey Buckner's one of our chefs, and then we use Jamie McAfee too.
Yeah, I love Jamie. A little bit later, we'll play the clip from last year with a little added stuff of what we did last year, the lead up to my first downing of a deer at 7:30 during drive time. It's now on my wall. I got to make sure. Listen, I got to make sure to get the guy paid, or you guys, whoever took care of that, who mounted my deer. We got to check in with Mark May, Raj.
It's time once again for College Football Talk with Mark May, sponsored by Edwards Food Giant, the meat people, the only stop you'll ever have to make for your family's grocery needs. Now, former Pitt Panther and Washington Redskin great Mark May.
Good morning, Mark.
Morning, guys. How you doing?
Listen, I figured you would be really in a good mood because your Pitt Panthers, led by one of our Broyles Award winner, Pat Narduzzi, is undefeated for the first time since your days at Pitt. I think 1982, which I think you were gone by then, but they're close to that. But how about that? Did you see that coming with Pitt this year?
No, not at all. After the year they had last year, they were 3-9 and they were reeling, and Pat Narduzzi was kind of on the hot seat this year, but changed offensive coordinators, brought in some players through the portal, and got things turned around in a hurry. And they're winning a lot of close games, but they're winning games. They got a big test this weekend against SMU. They're a team with only one loss.
Yeah.
The AAC.
That is at SMU too. I don't know where to go on that. I think that offensive coordinator could be up for the Broyles Award if he continues to do what he does, Mark. So they're good, probably a pretty good chance we may see him in Little Rock down the road, or rather Hot Springs rather now. Hot Springs,
He's done a terrific job of what he's got.
Yeah, for sure. By the way, Justin Moore joined us. Good morning, JM.
Hey, good morning, guys.
How
are y'all?
Yeah, doing great. Mark, Razorbacks did not play great on defense against Mississippi State, but it didn't matter because they could not stop Taylon Green and the Hog offense. And it was sloppy at times, but offensively did what they needed to do to win the game down in Starkville.
I was impressed with what they did running the football. 359 yards on the ground rushing the football, and that was impressive by the offensive line to get it done. And it wasn't a perfect game, but Taylor Green probably had his biggest game as a Razorback, 6 total touchdowns. Bobby Petrino and his offense are getting it done, and that's what they had to do. This is a big win, and Sam Pittman really needed a win like this, and that's the bottom line. When you're going to put up 58 points against an SEC opponent, that's still big time.
Got a big challenge this week. You got an Ole Miss team that pretty salty against the run. We talked with Bobby Petrino yesterday. He knows that their goal is to stop the run. They're number one in the nation. Only 76 yards a game they're giving up with the running game, and also too they're number one in scoring defense, only giving up 11 points a game. But haven't played the toughest schedule. Obviously played LSU, lost to them, but always a good game between Arkansas and Ole Miss. What do you think happens Saturday?
Got to shut down Jackson Dart, either running the football, but particularly throwing the football. He completed 71% of his passes on the season. And you talked about their defense, but what about their offense? Getting it done on the ground and through the air. And he's got 15 touchdown passes and just 3 interceptions on the year, and you've got to get to him and get to him early. He's been sacked 17 times, so there's an opportunity to get to him. Their offensive line is okay, but it's not great. And you've got to stop the rushing attack first and foremost against Ole Miss, because once Lane gets it going on the ground, he's going to just keep going, and that up-tempo offense puts a lot of pressure on your defense.
Interesting stat, Arkansas has won 5 straight games at home against Ole Miss in Fayetteville, and Lane Kiffin and Sam Pittman are 2-2 against each other since both coming into the league 4 years ago. So
all 4 wins coming at home.
That's right. Yeah. Interesting stat there. A lot of great history, Mark, between Arkansas and Ole Miss. Crazy games. The 7 overtime game by Matt Jones, the Hunter Henry heave. So I wouldn't be surprised if something crazy happens again this weekend.
It could be one of those crazy games. It looks like the betting trend is going towards Arkansas. It started off at 7.5, it's down to 7. So looks like the smart guys out there are taking Arkansas on the points.
Who do you think? It's been sort of a crazy year in the SEC. First, you have the Alabamas, the Georgia, and all of a sudden Texas comes out, and all of a sudden Texas doesn't look quite as tough as what we thought, and then all of a sudden now A&M, we're thinking, LSU looks so good. Texas A&M takes care of business against LSU. Where do you sort of land on what the top order of the SEC goes for you?
Well, it's got to be A&M, just the way that they're playing right now, because that's a football team you scratch your head because they weren't that impressive when you looked at them. They lost to Notre Dame right off the bat. Then all of a sudden they got it together. They had a couple of ugly wins, and they started rolling. They've got more confidence. And now they've got a quarterback that off the bench, Marcel Reed, did a heck of a job on the ground, lighting it up and putting some points on the board. He had 9 rushes for 62 yards, but he had 3 rushing touchdowns. And, that was kind of what they needed offensively. They needed that spark, and he's given them a spark offensively. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do the rest of the way. But they've got a big game coming up, and it's going to be interesting to see. South Carolina is one of those teams that are kind of tricky because one week they're really good, the next week they're really bad. So you don't know what you're getting out of South Carolina each and every week, but they are a dangerous football team.
We're visiting with Mark May, brought to you by Edwards Food Giant. I want to say thanks to them. Obviously, you're one of the greatest Washington Redskins of all time. Were you watching the Commanders Bears game on Sunday? Did you stay through the end of it? What was your reaction, of course?
Excited with what happened at the end of the game. It was like one of those plays where major mistakes. Didn't let them get the short pass to get about 12 or 15 yards to advance the ball closer to the goal line and give Jaden Daniels a chance for the pass. And the defensive back that was out on it. Foremost, in that situation, you're taught to knock down. Tips it up in the air and it goes right to one of the Commanders players in the end zone, and they win the game at the end of the game. That's a Hail Mary to a T, and it's just an exciting play at the end of the game. The fans are going nuts in Washington because this is a franchise that's been thirsty for a winner. And with Dan Snyder, the previous owner, they just didn't win football games. It was always one of those Ron Rivera type games where they're playing 3 points all the time and you're not blowing out. But now they've got a quarterback and an offense, and Cliff Kingsbury has done a terrific job running this offense for the Commanders.
Yeah, speaking of Broyles Ward, we had him. He was at A&M under Johnny. He was coaching Johnny Manziel when he was a Broyles finalist. And yeah, listen, things are trending up for Washington, Mark. But in Dallas, things are not trending up. They're trending the opposite direction.
Have we lost Mark?
No. You haven't lost any. Those 3 and 4 Cowboys playing in Atlanta. Right now, Atlanta's rising high. Big win at Tampa last game. They're 5-3. You look at Captain Kirk Cousins, he's getting it done offensively, and defensively they're doing a heck of a job under Raheem Morris, the first-year coach there. And the Cowboys are reeling right now. The Cowboys, if you don't get the ball to CeeDee Lamb, you can't do anything offensively because you can't run. They're 31st on the run. You can't stop the run. They're one of the worst in the NFL. Total defense is 26. So this is a team that played a San Francisco team after coming off a bye that was fresh that couldn't beat the 49ers, and they lost by the 49ers by 6 points in their last game.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Highest paid player in the history of the NFL. And listen, we give the quarterback all the credit when things happen, and we blame him when they're all bad. And right now it's just tough.
Do you feel sorry for Jerry at all that he's trying to get back to the Super Bowl? He's 80-something years old.
Oh, sorry. You were talking to Mark. I'll let him.
Mark. Nope.
I think you signed Derrick Henry when you had a chance.
I know. We talked about that yesterday.
Yeah, and of course he said that what would happen if it didn't work out. Mark, I've teased about it for years now, and I actually have friends that I see at another gig that I have each week. I've always teased about how long it's been since the Cowboys won the Super Bowl, and now I have people that have told me exactly that a child was conceived. They graduated college. They are now in medical school. They are now a doctor with one child and another one on the way since the Dallas Cowboys were in the Super Bowl the last time.
How about some Cowboys?
Mark may be giving out Halloween candy tonight, yes or no?
Yes, I will.
Yeah. Wow. Hey, listen.
Those gremlins in the neighborhood always come up and knock on the door to see what I'm going to wear at the door. So
dress as Dak. Dress as Dak, and you'll scare everybody.
Well, let me tell you, if Mark, there's 2 ways you do it. You either
you'll only scare Cowboy fans.
True.
You won't scare anybody else.
If Mark May puts his hand in the basket to give the candy to the kids, the kids are going to win, because if you've seen Mark's hands, man, they're like Dan Hampshire. They are massive. Yeah. Do you let the kids go in the bucket, or do you put the candy in the bag for the kid?
No, I put the candy in the bag for the kids. I learned that trick a long time ago. There's always one of those little guys. Get too much candy. Not leaving up.
Well, dadgummit. Mark, we got
a storm. It's our
That can't hit CD lamp, so I can't hit a Halloween candy bag with a piece of candy.
That's yeah. Listen, we've got some kind of little technical issue, Mark. We'll
we
let
got a
you
storm
go.
coming through here
Maybe
too.
that's what it is. It's dark here. Mark, hey, thanks. Great stuff as always, buddy, and good luck to your Pitt Panthers this weekend. And we'll talk to you next week.
All right, guys, have a good.
Thanks, Mark.
Thanks to Edwards.
Baz,
Edwards Food.
Go ahead.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
Thanks to Edwards. Appreciate the sponsor, Mark. Yeah, go ahead.
You mentioned it was dark. Like, it's literally
Yes,
dark outside.
it's
Is that
It is,
because
it is pouring rain.
It's
Justin,
black.
this
It's
that
like
because
my
the
personal
weather?
hell. It's 7:17. It is dark. We
It is-
can't see
it is
anything
pitch
except for-
black.
Okay,
except
so-
for the buckets of rain that are falling.
Yes,
This is
Okay,
how
so
it-
because I walked outside and I go,
No.
you know, because we're about to fall back.
Yes.
On the clock.
Yeah.
And I'm like, did we do that? And I don't remember.
No. Roger said the same thing, and I'm looking around.
So-
I mean, yeah. It's first of all, I mean, it is
the
coming
only reason
down.
we can see the rain right now is because of street lights.
That's right.
We can't see it any other way.
I mean, when did this happen? In the
I don't
last
know,
in
it's
the last
awful.
2 days,
This is
it
awful.
just happened out of nowhere.
Maybe we're dead and just don't know it.
And the other thing I want to bring up, Mark brought up the line on the game.
Yep.
7.5,
Yep.
I think, is where it
Yep.
opened.
Yep.
And this is not me knocking Ole Miss because I think they got a really good team. Why? Like we get absolutely zero respect. We've lost to A&M in the fourth quarter by 4.
Right.
Who's leading?
Right. That's right.
The SEC.
Right.
We lost to LSU. We were in it in the fourth quarter. They're second in the SEC.
I beat Tennessee.
We beat Tennessee.
Yeah.
Okay, if you
think
want
it should be- you think
the
it should be
one
closer?
the one black eye on the schedule, if you want to say so, is Oklahoma State, which we should have won. We dominated the entire game and just threw it away at the end. Why do we get zero respect?
So it's funny. I think, Justin, I thought that is.
I don't know.
respect. What do you think it should be? Like even like a 1 point line or something, or a 2 or 3 point line,
or Ole Miss maybe 3, maybe 2.5. I don't know.
Here's why.
I don't get it. Like if they only have one more win than us, like
Right.
it's not like a record thing. And they played a weaker schedule than we have. I don't get it.
Here's the
and
number,
we're at home.
The number of points Ole Miss has surrendered by game: 0, 3, 6, 13, 23, 29 in overtime against LSU, 14.
Yeah, their defense.
So
yeah.
I think when you look at the one game in SEC play Arkansas had where they really got handled, it was the LSU game, right?
They got handled in one quarter, though.
Well, but the one thing LSU did really well is LSU stopped the run, right? And that's one thing that Ole Miss does really well. And I think maybe Vegas sees a similar situation playing out. You know, if you kind of run the numbers.
Yeah, and for
that's
the
only way.
record,
it's the only way. I agree, Justin. I think 7.5 is way too many points.
For the record, I don't like our chances against them. I told y'all that yesterday.
I know.
I don't like the matchup, but I still don't understand 7.5 when it's in Fayetteville.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I really don't.
We were supposed to be at the Grove Hunting Club today, speaking of Ole Miss, but Jamie Price and Taylor Grayson are here, and great to have you guys here. Sorry we could not get it to working. And we did want to mention, I want us to go back and play a year ago. We're going to play a clip from where we were a year ago. You still have spots open, right, for duck
Yes,
hunting?
sir.
Is that correct?
We do.
So if you're a group of 5, 15, 50, or whatever, how do they get in touch with you guys?
You can just look at the website or just Google us or
Grove Hunting
social
Club.
media, Grove Hunting Club.
Yeah,
and call me.
Justin. I tell you, you go in Justin's house and he's got obviously his deer all over the place. Same thing. You walk in this lodge, just 500 deer and duck everywhere, and it is it is amazing how much this thing has grown. We've been going down there for 7 years, right?
Yeah.
And that.
And again, we know that when you're down that way, you're there to go hunting and doing all that. But the amenities that you make it for an inside cat like myself,
Yeah, it's
I am
so
I am
nice.
a domesticated cat. So to have the private bathroom in your own room, and listen, that's key.
and it's really nice. I'm telling you,
It's
and
fantastic.
You said Simmons Bank's coming down there to do an event there at your place.
They have a corporate meetings next week there, so it's
Right
good.
on.
And Roger touched on that. We do get a lot of wives that will join their husband for the hunt, but they'll stay back.
Yeah.
You got people that just come for the food and the night.
That's what I was about to say. That our during deer season, our wives come, and that was one of the things that Jamie did when we built the second lodge, was that to put the bathrooms in there, it made our wives a little bit more comfortable. They, when you start making wives walk down the hall and go to the bathrums and things like that.
That's me.
They
me.
like their own little space, and it has really
I would
made
stay
that.
back and help cook and clean.
Like he said, he's a domesticated cat.
We mentioned Jamie was a pitcher for Ole Miss and in the major leagues, and he's going to have Blaine Knight join us in the around a little after 8. Justin, we talked yesterday. He was 14-0, I believe, his junior year with Arkansas, and then I think it was drafted.
Yeah, he was really good.
Good dude. I tell you what. So we want to go back.
We do it now?
Yeah, let's do this.
I think now's a good time.
Yeah, let's go back before we get to DMAC, and so to set this thing up.
But can we not bring up the College World Series?
No, with Blaine. Yeah, with Blaine. Yeah, we won't. I'm glad you brought that up. But to set the scene, remember we had gone out there. You guys had thought there was a deer that you wanted me to maybe take out. I had not fired a rifle since I was like 7 or 8 years old. And so this is what's funny.
You sound like you're from the 1700s. You go, I had not fired a rifle since.
It is. And so here's the funny thing: is we were trying to be quiet. And so I'm sure Acre it drives Acre crazy because we're being quiet voice.
Right.
But what's funny, listen to the dialogue that goes on between Josh and Roger, and then a little bit with me and Jamie. And then we're trying to put on a show because Pat Bradley's trying to call in, and we're trying to be quiet. And then of course we have the celebration, and then Justin's comments on the back end. This is just several minutes, but this was exactly a year ago. One of the really cool moments in radio where you can drop a buck live during drive time at 7:30. Let's go.
He turned his head. Oh, he sees us. He hears us. By the way, is Pat Bradley on the line? Josh, he's not, but our YouTube viewership is climbing. Okay, that is huge. What do you think, Taylor? What do you think? I think that's him. You think? Oh my gosh, this is those people that have watched us online. Here, hold my shirt. 155 people. Roger, I may be shooting my first deer right here. Range. Taylor, put a range on him, see what he is. Yeah, it's about 150. All right, he's moving out there. If you can see it right through the death path. It's about 175. I was close. I said 150. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I sort of feel bad. Coming back to pick him up. He's been here 4 years. I feel sort of bad taking him out. Well, yeah, you should. Jamie, tell me, should I feel bad about taking him out?
No. That deer is very inferior for what we're looking for.
Okay.
And
he's lived put him out of his misery.
He's lived a great life.
Okay, he's lived a great life.
We do not want him breeding our doe.
Okay, we do. So,
translation, cool buck.
I can see he is not moved. I mean, he's eating. He's happy right there. If you squint, you can see deer sausage. Here we go. Baz is getting on the weapon. Baz is getting on the weapon. He's making a move. Stay in there. Take him out. Stay in your seat, Baz. What are you doing?
Make sure you do it. The focus on them.
All right, there it is. Again, look at the death path. You can see it, Josh, at 2 o'clock. Can you see up there yet? Here we go.
Look at on the cameras.
Baz is at the weapon. He's right there, 2 o'clock. Watch 2 o'clock.
Push it forward.
He's pushing the gun. Don't. Baz is going.
Right in the front shoulder.
All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Here goes Baz. Down. Deer down. We'll never get another extra path long. Look at
He's
that.
Down. Deer down, David. Deer down. Look at that.
Holy mackerel. That did not. Wow. That did not even have a chance to run. Oh my gosh. I don't know how to feel about you right now.
Wow. It's all been recorded. I feel so manly. Oh my gosh. I feel sort of bad though. Is he trying to move?
No. Perfect. You did great.
Is he trying to move?
My boy just became a man.
Oh my
gosh. Oh my goodness. That was
good job, Josh.
Good job, Josh. That was a fun time. Can I tell you that there's so many people that were listening to that tuned in. I don't know what our numbers were, but
you know
big.
what?
So our YouTube went from like 155 to like over 1,000, and all the comments are ones that I was putting on the thing with, take him out! Take him out! Bring him down!
And then what's crazy is I'd heard everybody in the hunting community who listens to our show, Basil dropped a buck, do you hear it? Basil dropped a buck live on the show this morning.
And then all we get were a bunch of people who are like, that was great. Does he know it's not deer season? Call after call after call.
And then Justin, of course, then the eruption of the game and fish folks that are
right.
Trey Reed had to get involved. People were calling RJ.
Yes.
Yesterday, I had mentioned that that was Raj's best acting job because he acted happy.
He did.
He did. Again, he struggled with that too.
After listening again, you were going, boom, deer down, boom, woo, all that. And Raj goes, yeah, right through the death path.
He goes, he just dropped the kids.
We'll never get another one to come through here.
No, that's what he did.
And if you squint, you can see deer sausage.
That was good. That was good. It was.
I want some of that sausage.
Well, that happened down at the Grove last year hunting club. Good times. That's what you get if you're part of that with Jamie and Taylor and the boys down there. Good times.
Yep, you get a citation. Right? Is that what you mean? No. Okay.
I proudly display that.
I guarantee you, these boys from the Grove will take care of you. Baz just has to break the rules.
You need to go on YouTube, Justin, and see their uniforms they got on today.
Listen,
we had it fixed.
They had us ready, Justin. There was not going to be any problem with us going out in the woods today. All right, the coach, Darren McFadden, coming up next.
Former Razorback linebacker Hayden Henry joins Out of Bounds every week through the football season courtesy of Crane Automotive Team. Shop over 5,000 new and pre-owned vehicles at craneteam.com.
This is SportsCenter.
It appeared we were heading towards a game number 6 and a trip back to Los Angeles in this year's World Series, thanks to the Yankees in a 5th-inning blow-up. That is not the case. The Dodgers won the World Series in 5 games over the New York Yankees last night. They trailed 5-0 heading into the 5th inning, but thanks to errors from Aaron Judge, Anthony Volpe, and a miscue from Garrett Cole in not covering first base, the Dodgers were able to erase that 5-run deficit. The Dodgers were then able to scrape across 2 runs in the top of the 8th inning, and then Walker Buehler holds on for them to get a 7-6 victory in game number 5. It's Dave Roberts' 2nd World Championship win as manager of the Dodgers. It's the 8th World Series championship for the Dodgers franchise as a whole. Once again, the Los Angeles Dodgers are your 2024 World Series champions. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center. Buzz Weather with KARK's Pat Walker.
Rain and thunderstorms here throughout the morning hours. The showers will begin to taper off this afternoon. This afternoon we'll have a high of 74 degrees. No rain in the forecast tonight, but it should be a mostly cloudy sky, and it'll get a little cooler. We'll drop down to 56. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Riverfront Steakhouse Special, dinner for 2 for $60. 10-ounce filet, fried shrimp, 2 sides, and our famous salad bar, only $60. Good Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night.
Birch Tree Communities presents the high school football game of the week with RJ Hawk, Kyle Sutherland, and Josh Neighbors. Every Friday night this football season, the guys will travel the state to find the best matchups in high school football. The Birch Tree Communities High School Game of the Week brought to you in part by the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas, ASU 3 Rivers, Midtown Plumbing, Roller Funeral Homes, 270 Grill in Poen, and Baptist Health.
Hey folks, Roger Scott here with some fantastic news from Lions Drug. Are you looking for an affordable solution to improve your quality of life? Well, listen up, because Lions Drug has got you covered. Lions Drug is now offering FDA-approved generic Cialis. It's known as Tadalafil. And the best part? You can save up to 80% on all strengths of Tadalafil. You heard that right. Up to 80% savings on the same trusted medication. Whether you need a lower dose or the full strength, Lions Drug has got it all at unbeatable prices. Imagine the convenience and savings when you switch to Tadalafil from Lions Drug. So why wait? Head over to Lions Drug today and take advantage of these incredible savings. You deserve the best, and Lions Drug is here to deliver. Visit Lions Drug online at lionsdrug.com or give them a call at 844-676-2247 or stop by in person and learn more. Remember, that's up to 80% off all strengths of Tadalafil only at Lions Drug. Lions Drug, where great service and amazing savings are just a prescription away.
The king of Arkansas sports talk, Randy Rainwater for Bet Saracen.
In Arkansas, 7 out of every $10 placed on a sporting bet app is with Bet Saracen, because Bet Saracen offers more ways to win and more ways to get paid, and faster. Find your winners on Bet Saracen and look for my Double R prop bet specials. I pick them and you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
The all-new alternative firearm season is opening October 19th. Check out the great selection of straight wall cartridge firearms and straight wall ammo selection 350 and 400 Legend in stock. Shop local this hunting season. Fort Thompson and Sherwood.
Lunch for under $10. Rock and Roll Sushi has lunchtime specials for under $10, including lunchtime Rockin' Chicken Hibachi Bowls and the classic combo with any classic sushi roll, 3 crispy wontons, an egg roll, or fried rice. Find a location near you at rockandrollsushi.com.
Your morning drive will never be the same with Morning Mayhem on the radio. Live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
He called Roger, you just called him the man.
The man, there you go. Mark the tape. Mark the tape, Josh.
That's the new opening.
Oh, yes. That is Halloween music.
Greatest music.
So good.
Listen, I was thinking about this when we were trying to set up the equipment in the back today. I was taking the cradle port and setting it in the back to see if we could get away and get out in the open and all that. I'm hearing this music because I don't see anything but a shadow of it, and I'm thinking, if something comes out of that tree line, you're gone. Where do I go? I can outrun his knees.
You know what? It just hit me. My weapon I may have left my weapon in y'all's place.
Well, I asked you when we got in the truck, did you have your weapon?
Not my knife. My pistol.
We both had weapons.
What is he? He's speaking like a Civil War soldier.
Weapon.
I led my weapon.
What
are you talking about?
I did. Roger and I both were carrying the last night.
We're both
I know you did. I still just don't understand why you call it a weapon.
How many problems are you going to cause these boys?
Yeah, true. If you just joined the show, we were supposed to be down
and he doesn't answer.
Okay. We're supposed to be down.
Just move along.
We're supposed to be down at the Grove. Morning Mayhem has assembled. Speaking of scary music, Roger, big thanks to all the folks at the Royal Theater last night. All those folks are actors that put on plays there. That theater's been around. It's right around the store.
Tonight's the last night.
It is, and it's right catty corner from Kate's 2 stores, and so
it's right around. It's all around that area. Yes. I don't. Yeah.
So go over there and listen. The downtown area in Benton is really cool.
Really is.
Really was impressed.
First show.
Really impressed with it. Kate's obviously they've been there a while. It's SoCo and Little Piggy, so go by and see them as well. We got to check in with the GOAT.
This Little Piggy.
What'd I say?
You just said a Little Piggy.
Oh, this Little Piggy. Thank you.
Well, we'll go from Little Piggy to Big Goat.
He's considered the greatest Razorback in history.
Darren McFadden is going to take it all the way.
A 2-time Heisman Trophy runner-up.
Got that wood right here.
Arkansas's all-time leading rusher.
Number 5, you better look at him a little closer. He's a football player.
It's DMAC time. Darren McFadden is brought to you by Fortify Building Solutions in Benton for a new metal roof, wall, or building products. Online at fortifybuildingsolutions.com.
Good morning, DMAC.
Hey, good morning, Baz. How's it going this morning?
We're doing great, man. It is pouring down rain here. It's dark. It's dreary. It really fits Halloween Day. And I remember one of the great traditions. I think, who did we ask, Roger? Did we ask Landon Jackson the other day? No, it was we were asking Taylor Green. We said, are you planning to get dressed up on campus on Halloween Day? Because Darren McFadden, the greatest of all time, did that with your running mate, Felix Jones, as Fred and Barney. And how did that come to be? What was the sort of the genesis of that whole idea?
Man, for me, I've always been like a character, man. I like to have fun, and I don't want to call myself a clown, but yeah, I like to clown and have fun and everything.
Yes.
And so it was just a part. I had planned on doing something for Halloween, and I didn't know what I was going to do. And then somebody came with the idea that, me and Felix should do something together. And then, they just set lights off in my head. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. And I think they took a vote or whatever and decided on what costumes to wear. And that's what we ended up coming up with, man. I think we had made a pretty good choice that year.
Now, did you go to class wearing that or just walk around campus?
Oh, I wore it the whole day, man. It was the whole day. That was the clown part of me that would not let me go to class and walk around campus in a costume all day. I think at some point they got pictures of us. In the
they did.
Yes. And so, yeah, it was one of those that pretty much had on from probably 7, 8 in the morning all the way up in the practice time.
Can't tell you, isn't that cool, guys, that you got the greatest player of all time and want to have fun and go on campus and be a part like that. That's outstanding. Well, let's go back. Let's talk about, speaking of you, Braylon Russell this weekend down in Starkville became the first freshman since you to go for 175 yards. The only difference, Darren, between you and Braylon Russell is that you go to the house. Braylon Russell ran out of gas about the 20, but it still looked good that day.
Hey, man, he looked great out there, man. He's a big guy, man. You got to think he got an extra 40 pounds on me from when I was in college, man. So that 40 pounds makes a difference when you're making those long runs like that, man.
Sure, it does. You're right. But again, he's also, too, I mean, he's a good-looking runner. He's big, strong, doesn't have that breakaway speed like you did, but has great balance and has pretty good vision.
Like I say, just watching him, I feel like he's getting better and better each week. And it goes back to a couple weeks ago, and I was talking about going out there and running with confidence. I think once you start running with confidence, and as a football player, you know what you can do, but once you start going out there and doing and building that confidence in yourself, I feel like it just takes your game to the next level. And, you can see that with him out there running. He's being patient. He's getting the 5 and 6 yard runs and hitting the short runs until they open up and, turn those 2 and 3 yard runs that start off like that into bigger runs into the game.
Darren, would you advise him to keep that weight or lose 15, 20 pounds to where he can house that thing?
Everybody's body is different, and so I don't know his body and what his body type is and everything. So, that's one right there. It's hard for me to even say on that right there.
Darren,
I got you.
Darren's one of the greatest, obviously, running backs in the history of our program, and I want to give your evaluation of Taylor Green's first touchdown run where he jukes. I think he does 2 different moves. Pretty impressive run on that first touchdown he had.
I was looking at that, Bass, and I didn't know what to say about it. It was great. At the end of the day, it was great. I didn't know what to say about it, but it was one of those runs. I was talking to my wife, and I made a joke to her. I was like, man, he was running like a stick, man, on there the way he made that move. But,
he did.
He got the job done, man. I can't. I'm the last guy to talk about anybody making moves. I know I'm probably a guy you're going to see me going straight ahead. Right there. I'll make a move here and there, but
that's not your deal.
That was good to see, man. Seeing him get out there on that edge, and he froze the defender. He did what he was supposed to do. He got in the end zone.
That's right. And boy, you talk about embarrassing to the defense. You don't want to put that film on there and watch that. Of course, the other part of it was great for the offense. You had 4 touchdowns to tight ends, which I don't think we've ever seen it in the history of the program. 4 touchdowns to tight ends, 2 different tight ends, and that was obviously productive for the Hogs.
Watching that game, I was telling myself as I was watching that game, I felt like this was one of the most complete ball games that I've seen the Razorback play. And then it got to a point where it started looking like Oklahoma State game a little bit.
Yep.
Like, oh, man. And then they came back around. And so at the end of the day, I feel like it went back and forth, but I feel like it was still one of the most complete games that I've seen us play as far as going out there and playing hard, making mistakes, I wouldn't say getting down on yourselves in a rut or whatever, and then coming back up out of that and still finishing hard. I feel like those guys played a great game out there. It was good to see those tight ends getting involved. You seen a lot of guys' names get called that you hadn't really seen get called much this year. It was good to see Luke Hayes get out there, look like his old self out there, man. Like I say, you have some guys out there making plays, and we still have some mistakes that we need to clean up. But all in all, I feel like we finished hard in that game, and they did what they were supposed to do.
Darren's brought to you by Fortified Building Solutions in Benton. Check them out for new metal roof or building products online at fortifiedbuildingsolutions.com. So, Justin, earlier in the show we talked about this. Darren, I don't know if you heard it, but DJ Williams interviewed Ty Washington, one of the 2 tight ends that were kicked off the team this weekend. And apparently, I was told, I didn't hear all the interview, but apparently they tried, Sam Pittman tried to put him in the game there, I guess, in the 4th. And he had not gotten any reps to that point and seen the other guys hit, 4 touchdown passes to the tight ends. And he did not go in the game. He refused to go in. And so Coach dismissed him from the team. So are you fine with that as a former Razorback and the way he handled that?
Yeah, you hate to hear things like that, man. I'm always a guy, man. I like to stand up for players. I like to stand up for coaches. And, just from the few things that I read about the comments and everything that I've seen from the interview with DJ, that Ty, he took full responsibility and what was done, and he felt like that he shouldn't have responded the way as he would. I didn't know if I don't know what all extra went on around, or if there was any extra went on around. I feel like it was just to get kicked off the team for. I don't know, man. It was a tough situation right there. From what I heard, he was dealing with some family issues and things, and I just feel like it was a tough situation. I don't know if it was the right thing to do or the wrong thing to do, but all in all, it's a tough situation, and I hate to see that happen.
Yeah.
I definitely wish him the best moving forward. And, send my prayers out to him and his family.
Yeah, I've heard good things about him as a young man. What do you think, Darren, about this week against Ole Miss? Obviously, Lane Kiffin knows offense, and they can put some points up. But really, their defense is one of the things they've really hung their hats on this year.
One of those games where it's going to come down to who can make the fewest mistakes and who can, hold on to the ball the longest. I think Ole Miss is going to come in here and definitely try to air it out and score some points on us. And I think we have a team that we can stick right there with them, whether it's the offense scoring points against their defense or our defense holding their offense. I'm very happy with what I've seen from us playing this year. So when I look at other teams, I don't really think about what they do or what they bring to the table. I just look at more of what I've seen from the Razorbacks and what they've been doing out there. And, I feel like what I've seen from them, that we have the ability to go out there and play with anybody. It's just about making the right plays, cleaning up mistakes, and just being focused and playing the best that you can.
Couple last things before we let you go. Did I see yesterday on your Twitter account that you said you finally had your Twitter account back? What happened? I thought you'd had your Twitter account all this time, but had you been locked out, or what was the scoop on that?
So back in October of 2020, I was watching the Razorback game, tweeting about the game, and my account got hacked. And so I hadn't had my personal verified account for the last 4 years. I created another account that I just used, but I hadn't been posting anything on it. But I finally after 4 years.
4 years, wow.
It's crazy. I had talked with some people, and he's doing some work as far as social media work and stuff and everything. And he's like, I probably can talk to people at Twitter that I know and see what I can do. And he probably got it back in 2 days, pretty much, and I just went through all the verification stuff and everything, and I'm back in action again.
Good. I've seen some of your posts. And,
I've loved it.
What you put on. Good stuff. Yeah. Last but not least, Justin Moore is not a big fan of horror movies. D-Mac, what about you? Do you like scary movies? And if so, what's one of your favorite 1 or 2 scary movies?
So I was just listening to you guys before we came on. He was talking about the song playing. He was out there getting somebody was out getting their gear, and they were thinking about the shadows.
Yes.
And I hear you bring in you left your World War II weapon, and they just had fun with that.
Yes.
I was laughing before we came on about that. But No, I don't mind them, man. I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm just a big fan of them, but if they come on or something, I'll watch it.
Okay.
But I don't make a point to sit out and watch them.
That's your thing.
Yeah, but the other thing is, we're in Pine Bluff last night, and we're at the Grove. This is a hunting club and all that. And if there's deer running around out there, there are animals that want to eat deer. So there's some other things out there, D-Mac. And I'm sitting there thinking, Baz is going to have knee surgery here real soon. So I knew if I could just get past him, if a bear comes out of that tree line, I was going to be good. And I bet you wouldn't be sweating any animal coming out of that thing. You'd just be smoking. And
if Darren's out there, you know Darren's not waiting on us.
The bear's coming at you, D-Mac.
We're dead. Yes, we're meat.
We're dead. D-Mac's gone just that quickly.
That kind of reminds me of a video I seen not long ago. It was like a family playing in the driveway, and a bear came around, and one of the kids was like, "Bear," and he just took off and really didn't warn anybody. And everybody seen the bear kind of late. Yeah, I kind of would be like that. I'm like, "Bear," and going.
D-Mac is out of there.
Exactly.
Are you going to the game this weekend in Fayetteville, or are you watching from Dallas?
No, I'm watching from here in Dallas. Yeah, I'm not going to make it up this weekend.
Gotcha. All right, buddy. Well, listen, great time as always. Appreciate the insight, and we'll talk to you next week, hopefully about a Razorback win.
Yes, sir. Praise the fellas. Y'all have a good one.
Thank you, D-Mac. Go Hogs.
This is your home. You hear that? You hear that?
That's special.
That's special. There's a lot of lions, tigers, and bears. Name but one Razorback.
Number one.
D-Mac was one.
I know, it's so good. Thanks to Fortified Building Solutions again. Let's take a break, come back. We'll visit with the boys, Jamie and Taylor. We're supposed to be at the Grove today, but what a rainy day. I'm glad we didn't plan to go hunting or anything because it would have been a complete washout today. By the way, as Roger's looking for the song to go to break, somebody says here, where's it at? Love Jamie Price's voice. So calming.
It is.
You can tell he's been in a bunch of deer blinds. Could be a golf commentator, too. Here's another one. Jamie's so soft-spoken. He sounds like he's calling a golf tournament in the deer woods. But it's a nice counter to balance to Baz and Roger.
Right.
It's a 180.
He goes right in the front shoulder.
He did. Oh, my gosh. That dialogue was so good. Somebody, Mike Hager, the head of the Arkansas State Police, said, man, that never gets old. That
never.
Clip. It's good stuff. Good stuff. All right, 7:48 here on Morning Mayhem.
Those days are over. You don't have to say your body to the night.
Hey, it's David BAZZEL for Luxury Pool and Spa. It's hot tub season, and Luxury Pool and Spa has hot spring and Caldera hot tubs in stock and ready for delivery. Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russellville carries Serona Spa chemicals and frog systems that I use in my hot tub. So don't miss out and start the process of getting your new hot tub today. And next summer will be here before you know it, so start planning today for your new pool. It's a huge investment, and having a company that you can trust is crucial. Jeremy and Shane Lawson build the pools themselves, so they'll know every inch of your new pool. They're trained professionals specializing in custom in-ground concrete pools with tanning ledges, grottos, infinity edges, automated pools, and more. The fine folks at Luxury Pool and Spa even built the head hog, Sam Pittman's pool. The Lawson family have been building pools since 1976. That's 5 decades of trustworthy pool builders. When you have a pool issue, Luxury Pool and Spa are a simple phone call away. Live the life of luxury with Luxury Pool and Spa. Online at luxurypoolarkansas.com.
You know the sound, you know the place, and you know the time of year that means live racing at Oaklawn is coming. If your Oaklawn is playing favorites, letting it ride on long shots, or just soaking up the vibes of race day, it's time to make your plans and discover your Oaklawn. Live racing starts Friday, December 6th. Reserve seats, rooms in our hotel, or a spot in your favorite Oaklawn restaurant at oaklawn.com.
This is my Oaklawn.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Moms worry. It's what we do. But for the last 4 years, I've worried about making ends meet. The cost of groceries and gas are so high. I just don't know how young families can afford diapers or rent. And as kids grow, everything gets more expensive. One thing I know for sure, French Hill is the right choice for Congress. He was a banker. He understands the economy. He gets it. And he will keep fighting for Arkansas families.
I'm French Hill, and I approve this message.
Political ad paid for by French Hill for Arkansas.
How would you like to get high-speed internet for your home for less than $2 a day? That's right. For about $50 a month, you'll get lightning-fast internet. Are you paying less than $50 a month right now for your internet? Then call Whole Home Connect right now for blazing fast internet at $50 a month with no price increases, no hidden fees, no contracts, no upfront costs, no equipment fees. It's a great deal. And guess what? You can try it for 15 days. If you don't like it, you get your money back. But you're gonna love it, and you're gonna love the price. Internet for your home for $50 a month. That's less than $2 a day. Plus, no contracts, no upfront costs, no equipment fees, and our 15-day guarantee. Call now. 800-738-0170. 800-738-0170. 800-738-0170. That's 800-738-0170.
Brooke here, live from the sports desk. Our number one play comes from the number one Hyundai dealer in Arkansas. Chris Crane Hyundai of Conway, coming in hot with another huge score. Inventory selection to fit any budget. Boom! Look how they say yes. Game-changing action from the winning team at Chris Crane Hyundai of Conway.
Win big with 1.99% financing. New Tucsons and Elantras at Chris Crane Hyundai in Conway and online at chriscranehyundai.com.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Wes Moore. Coming up Thursday on Out of Bounds, Lee Sterling joins us at 1:30, ParamountPicks.com. We'll get his thoughts on some of the weekend games. We'll discuss some big ones, including Arkansas, Ole Miss. Richard Davenport joins us at the top of the hour at 2:10. We'll get the very latest in Razorback recruiting, basketball, and football. Speaking of basketball, Pat Bradley at 2:30. We'll get his thoughts on the scrimmage with Kansas. Join us for Out of Bounds.
This is Pat Bradley for Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union in Benton. Mortgage rates are expected to start falling soon. Reach out to my friend Matt Jones at Alcoa about purchasing a new home or refinancing your current home loan. Matt's an expert in conventional, VA, FHA, or a rural development loan. Start the process today online at alcoacommunityfcu.org.
Let's keep the good vibes going. Morning Mayhem is back on the air. Live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
Good times. That's what you get if you're part of that with Jamie and Taylor and the boys down there. Good times.
Yep, you get a citation.
Oh.
It burns.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it burns.
Such a good
Was that you at the digital exam yesterday?
It was me. I don't know how, Roger, you do not make noises when Dr. Jones puts the old finger in. I'm telling you, Justin.
Huh?
It was. I am. She was telling me to breathe heavy, so I had my digital rectum exam, the DRE yesterday, and she goes, "Okay, you got to do like you're doing a squat. This is graphic for the ladies.
Rectum or rectal?
Yeah, both. And you squat down, Justin, like you're doing a squat." And she goes, "Come on, little guy." And she goes, "You got to breathe like this." So I'm telling you, I start going. She goes, "Wow, you sound like a washing machine in there." And I said, "How does Roger do this on the air without making a sound? I don't know how you do it."
He's a pro.
You know what? And I think that's what it is. I'm wondering because maybe something happened that I've suppressed in my lifetime. That she goes, "Well, he has a really large rectal area." I don't know. Something has happened, and I'm thinking I need to be hypnotized. Maybe that's why. Because I'm just talking like, "Hey, Doc, was good," because she'll stay in there a minute and 3-4 minutes. I mean, she's rooting around, man.
I'm embarrassed when I walk outside. I'm afraid that everybody's out there in the room has heard me. Anyway, we got it done.
And we'll be back doing that. We'll be back doing that. We'll be back up for my yearly one next month, I believe.
That's right.
Which is next.
I would be talking like this, and then if I were doing it on the air, and then there would be,
well, that's wasn't that in the Chevy Chase? And then what does he say?
Yeah, something like that.
He gets. He starts singing.
Oh yeah.
What does he say?
Nobody. No. What does he say? No. What is it? Old Man River. No, I don't know what it is.
Hey, you want to say thanks to our listeners out there? Luxury Pool and Spa. It said they got one of our listeners signed up for a new pool yesterday. Andrea and Jeremy, great folks out there at Luxury Pool and Spa. So great having them on board. Also, too, Roger, today is the deadline for Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame. Listen to these guys that were on my team that are up for it, Roger, that are in the voting list. Tony Cherry Carrico, Greg Lasker, James Rouse, James Shebest, Kendall Trainer, all those, plus Scott Tabor. You remember Scott, Jamie, one of the great baseball players, Clint Sterner and others. Our buddy Greg Hatcher, he's up for it. And J.B. Grimes, who we'll visit with a little bit later, offensive line coach for many, many years in college football. So all you got to do is go to their website, the ArkansasSportsHallOfFame.com, sign up and vote today. But today is the deadline for that.
Okay, and good luck to everybody, especially the ones that I know, not to take away from anybody else. And thanks to our listeners, Fletch and Moon River. That's what it was. So thank you very much. And Baz, yesterday they laid to rest Kent Berry. And I was there, and the service was his son Sam, his youngest son Sam. Spoke about him and, gave some insight or some history about Meat Man and how he raised him and some of the jokes and everything that he did, and had the audience laughing and smiling because we were remembering Kent. And just a wonderful service, and it's still tough to think about that, not to take away from the grief of the family, but I tell you, he was a guy. Kent Berry was a guy I never, ever, ever heard him say a negative word about anybody, and I'm a 180 from that cat. And I wish I had a little bit more of him in me, as you, as I wish I had some more of your ability in it. But Kent was a wonderful person, and so we're still thinking about him and his family, and we talk about it all the time, Baz. Well, at the funeral, people are coming to me going, I listen to you guys every morning. Listen to you guys all the time, so we appreciate all the listeners that we have, even there.
Hey, Jamie, you lost your dad 2 days ago, right? Or 3 days ago?
We did.
So sorry to hear about that.
Yeah, well, thank you. He had pneumonia and just couldn't battle through it, and then had heart failure, and it just
Yeah, that's something I don't. In my mind, I'm so blessed to have both my mom and dad, and so it reminds me when I hear about that. I called my dad yesterday just to talk to him, and so those of you who've got parents that might be in their 70s, 80s, or 90s or whatever, make those phone calls, go by and see them, and because tomorrow's not promised.
It's not. And then yesterday, Zach sends me a message. My middle boy sends me a message. A guy by the name of Chris Ratcliffe. He was the news anchor at Channel 6, I think it was, in Temple, where Zach worked before he went to come to Arkansas. He's 10 years younger than us, and all I know right now, died suddenly. This was a big time. This was a big market guy that was there, and a kind man. And it just happens. It's such a shock.
Did you guys hear the Greenwood? Apparently, the Greenwood receiver, Greenwood High School receiver,
yesterday.
and his family, I think, were killed in a fire or something. No. That was a tragic deal.
Not to be morbid, but anyway, so condolences to you and your family, of course, Jan.
Speaking of high school, Josh will be calling the Fordyce Rising Classic, one of the great all-time
Where is the game, Josh? It's in Fordyce and Rising. You better get some bug spray.
All right, be careful on the road.
What we're trying to say, Josh, is call the Moretti's!
8 o'clock.
Roger Scott for Summerwood Sports in Bryant. Parents, are your kids ready to up their game? Whether it's basketball or volleyball, Summerwood Sports in Bryant has the state-of-the-art facility and expert training they need to shine on the court. From individual sessions to small group setups, Summerwood Sports offers flexible training options for youth up to 7th grade. Your child's going to sharpen their skills, build their confidence, and have a blast while doing it. Are you looking for top-notch coaching in a fun, motivating environment? Well, we've got you covered at Summerwood Sports. Spacious multi-purpose gyms and expert trainers, Summerwood Sports is the perfect place for your young athletes to reach their full potential. But hurry, spots fill up fast. Head over to summerwoodsports.com to check availability and sign up today. Summerwood Sports, where future champions are made. Visit summerwoodsports.com for more information. Don't miss out.
Coach Kevin Kelly joins the Zone each Wednesday, presented by the Wooded Rock Athletic Club. The indoor pickleball facility is now open with observation areas, flat screens, and a snack bar.
Our guys aren't so bad, right?
This is taking unsportsmanlike conduct to a whole new level.
Well, maybe not. 103.7 The Buzz, KABZ, Little Rock. Buzz News with KARK's Claire Kreitz.
The Arkansas Forestry Department has been working overtime to deal with wildfires across the state. This month alone, nearly 300 fires have sparked. Reps with Forestry Emergency Services say they are seeing more right now than they have in the past decade. The agency has about 200 people positioned around the state, ready to fight the flames with bulldozers and water drops from single-engine planes. Still, some of these fires have been difficult to handle because they've ignited and spread so quickly. According to the Department of Agriculture, our dry weather is a big factor in these fires, and that even a few inches of of rain would make a major difference. The state health department released its latest report for the flu season. The state is still listed as having minimal flu activity, but it has moved up a point on the scale. We are still in flu season, so more cases are likely to happen as we get closer to the end of the year. This is Claire Kreitz for the Buzz Radio Network.
Get in the conversation with the True Service Credit Union live fan feedback at 1037thebuzz.com. In too deep? Lower your rate when you move your loan to True Service. TrueService.net.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center. Buzz Weather with KARK's Pat Walker.
Rain and thunderstorms here throughout the morning hours. The showers will begin to taper off this afternoon. This afternoon we'll have a high of 74 degrees. No rain in the forecast tonight, but it should be a mostly cloudy sky, and it'll get a little cooler. We'll drop down to 56. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Riverfront Steakhouse Special. Dinner for two for $60. 10-ounce filet, fried shrimp, 2 sides, and our famous salad bar. Only $60. Good Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night.
Join 1037 The Buzz and the Arkansas Food Bank Halloween night at Flyway Brewing to scare away hunger. The party starts at 6 and admission is free. Wear your best costume to compete in the costume contest for great prizes. It's Halloween night at Flyway Brewing with the Arkansas Food Bank and 1037 The Buzz.
Hey folks, it's David BAZZEL out here at Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sherwood. When you need a new vehicle, go see my friends at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood. You'll find a great selection, the best deals, and the most competitive finance rates in Central Arkansas. They'll treat you like family. No games, no gimmicks, and no bogus markups on the sticker price. You'll get Frank Fletcher's best deal right up front, and they'll give you more for your trade. Folks, Frank Fletcher doesn't want to just sell you a car. He wants to be your dealer for life. If you want to do that, you have to listen to the customer, so you'll know what they want. Then you give them what they want without any hassle or stress. That's the secret of Fletcher Dodge's success. They listen to you and they treat you right without any hassles or headaches. Just tell them what you want and how much you want to pay. General Manager Chris Zippy Zender has been with Frank Fletcher for decades. He and his great staff know how to take care of a customer. So for the best selection, lowest price, and best buying experience, go see my friends at Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sherwood, or you can shop them online at FletcherDeals.com. That's FletcherDeals.com. And make sure and tell them the boys from Morning Mayhem sent you. It's FletcherDeals.com.
The king of Arkansas sports talk, Randy Rainwater for Bet Saracen.
There's big news in the mobile sports betting business. Bet Saracen was just named the 15th largest sports book in America. That's because Arkansans like to do business with a winner. Find all your winners on Bet Saracen. Download it today and look for my R prop bet specials. I pick them, you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
The all-new alternative firearm season is opening October 19th. Check out the great selection of straight wall cartridge firearms and straight wall ammo selection 350 and 400 Legend in stock. Shop local this hunting season. Fort Thompson and Sherwood.
In Little Rock, safety is our top priority. Listen, over the past 5 years, violent crime has decreased by 6%, and homicides have been reduced by 23%. But we can do even more. With a vote for the results for the Rock sales tax, we can keep this progress going. By investing just 1 penny, we'll produce $30 million for critical technology upgrades at our real-time crime center, helping officers respond faster and smarter. We'll invest $15 million to expand community-oriented policing and crisis response teams, creating stronger connections between our officers and neighborhoods. And with $50 million, we'll replace aging police, fire, and code enforcement vehicles, making sure our first responders have the equipment they need to protect us. Invest in progress. Vote twice for Little Rock's future. Because a penny today funds progress for tomorrow.
Hello, this is Justin Acree. If foot or ankle pain is slowing you down, it's time to visit the experts at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. Doctors Martin, Matthews, and Parham provide both surgical and non-surgical treatment for foot and ankle issues. From common problems to more serious conditions, they're here to get you back on your feet, literally. Call Ortho at 501-686-TOSH to schedule your appointment today and get back to living pain-free. That's 501-686-8674. The doctor will see you now.
At Hyundai, peace of mind comes from quality you can count on. That's why Hyundai vehicles offer advanced safety features to help you stay safer on the road, which led to Hyundai having 9 2024 IIHS top safety picks this year. Peace of mind. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer today. Hyundai, there's joy in every journey.
Get 1.99% APR for 60 months on the Tucson or lease for $279 a month. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end October 31st. Call 469-405-7740 for details.
Mickey Hennard for Hennard Foothills Equipment. Family owned and selling and servicing Kubota equipment for over 30 years. Achieving Kubota's elite status for our service department. Hennard Foothills Equipment in Searcy. Your hometown Kubota dealer, no matter where you live.
Welcome back to Morning Mayhem.
Please.
Live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios.
The Moretti's!
Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
They're below or above the nape?
Here is David BAZZEL, Roger Scott, and Justin Moore.
Justin!
Hello, boss.
Hey, Frank, how you doing?
By the way, they sold 7 cars yesterday. 3 more to go.
Oh, is that right?
3 more to go today. Yep.
All right, very good. Here we go.
Little pigs, let me come in. Not by the hair on your chinny chin chin. Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in.
What is it?
That's The Shining. That's Jack Nicholson. Yeah. Listen, I tell you, that is a scary movie. Give me some more juice there, Ron.
You want some more juice?
Yeah, I don't know if it's, maybe it's over here. Yeah, that's it.
I love this song. I don't know why, but I do.
No, we did. We played it at the opening show this morning.
I have no idea why I love it, but I do.
Boris Karloff, right?
It's a tribal beat. That's what gets us all.
It makes you want to dance.
Yes.
It makes you want to dance.
It's been around forever.
Yeah, it has. There's been times where it has been number one.
Graveyard Smash.
I think it's come back and been number one a time or two.
Go ahead, Justin. Let's hear this.
I don't know.
There's a little accent there. That's the great Boris Karloff.
Boris Karloff.
I won $3,000 from Craig O'Neill.
Oh, yes.
Off of this song. He did a thing. You listen to him you listen to a TV station or watch a TV station. Samantha and I were newlyweds.
Who was a Graveyard Smash? Sorry, Rod.
That's okay. And he says this is the phrase that pays tomorrow. And you needed to be the first one to call in.
How about that?
And I called in. It was Monster Mash, $3,000.
Wow, give me my ringer over here, man. Wow, that is $3,000 back then. It's like $10,000 today.
Absolutely, it was take home.
Before we go to Blaine Knight, a couple things. Colt McCoy at the Touchdown Club on Monday. I think he'll really be good. You remember, guys? I didn't realize when I booked this, but Greg McElroy played for Alabama. Colt McCoy did for Texas when they played the national championship. McCoy got knocked out early,
like the first drive.
Something like that. Yeah. That's right, Justin. And a lot of people in Texas,
Alabama just hammered.
They did. It was over with by that time, and I had no idea they played against each other. He's doing some broadcasting now, but what a great name for a quarterback, Colt McCoy. You can't get much better than that. So go to
especially for Texas.
For Texas, that's right.
Like the perfect name.
That's exactly right. But go to lrtouchdown.com. Only got a few meetings left. But I think he'll really be good money. Hopefully, we'll be talking about.
I would go, but he played for Texas. So
That's right.
I think I'll pass.
That's right. Also, too, the reason we are not down at the Grove, we had a little technical issue, but great to have Jamie Price and Taylor here in the studio with us today. Just a reminder: 12,000 acres of waterfowl hunting in Jefferson County, only an hour away. 13,000 square foot main lodge can accommodate 50 hunters with 20 private rooms, locker room. They have a pro shop. Roger, I will say, guys, Jamie and Taylor, we did take a peek in the pro shop. I can't say whether or not Roger did take anything out of there or not.
There's only one way for you to know that, and that's if you do have cameras there.
It is a 5-star waterfowl hunting service, and the great thing, 8 private cabins. Flat screen and private shower in every room that you have.
Hello,
which is outstanding. But
that's unusual. I've been to a lot of these type places. That's unusual.
Yeah, it is really a first class place.
I mean, in a good way.
Yeah, that's right. For a hunting club. But Grove Hunting Club at gmail.com, or you can call Jamie at 870-692-3221, or you can go online and find all the information as well. Let's go to the Hodges Glass Little Rock Glass hotline. I don't think we've ever had this former Razorback on, Roger. Let's welcome him correctly.
You were doing this last night after the coach's show. It's in him. So he's under his breath. He hears it. He starts singing. And then he says, hey, you want to get something to eat?
I did.
And we did.
This former Razorback was also a Bryant Hornet. Let's go to the Hodges Glass, Little Rock Glass Outline, and talk with Blaine Knight. Good morning, Blaine. How are you?
Morning, guys. How are y'all doing?
Doing great, man. We were supposed to be down and at the Grove and had some technical issues, so we're back in studio with Jamie and Taylor. And Jamie had mentioned we might could get you on the show. Obviously, we're joined by Justin Moore, who's a huge Razorback baseball supporter and probably our best baseball go-to guy on this show. But we appreciate you jumping on with us, man. Now, for those that don't know what you're up to now, I wanted to tell everybody, the last I heard you were with the Phillies organization, but you can give us an update.
Yeah, so contract over with the Phillies, back to free agency again this offseason. So now that the World Series is over with, should start talking to teams for the next few weeks right after winter meetings and whatnot, and see if we can get lined up for next year.
You were taken in the third round, 87th pick overall in the 2018 Major League Baseball draft by the Baltimore Orioles. So still got it in your blood to keep after it, and obviously we wish you the best. Now, is home base here in Arkansas?
Yes, sir. It's still in Arkansas. Yes, sir.
And Jamie, I guess that's how you knew. I was trying to say I knew you guys are both pitchers, but there's another connection too, huh?
Well, there is a connection. Blaine's wife is the niece to the Ole Miss assistant baseball coach, Carl Lafferty, and he's from Pine Bluff.
Gotcha. We were looking back at your numbers, Blaine, and obviously you had a great standout high school career at Bryant. You won at least one state title, I remember for sure. And then obviously you went to play for the Razorbacks and had some pretty great memories there. And I just remember the number that I remember about you, Blaine, is 14-0. Is that the thing that stands out to you about your time in Fayetteville? I'm sure there were more, but that's the one that sort of jumps out to me.
I mean, that's the one that jumps out to most people. All my games I threw in, I have memories with. I mean, from 2016 freshman year all the way through 18, so when I left, and but that last year in 18 was probably the most memorable for sure.
2.8.
Blaine, sorry.
You're good. You go ahead.
And Blaine, I hope you take this as a compliment, but Blaine to me is like an old school pitcher. It was all about spotting things up, pitching backwards. I mean, he was so good at just fooling hitters and putting it on the black. Where a lot of guys are just trying to go out there and throw as hard as they can, or whatever. But I hope you take that as a compliment, Blaine.
No, I do for sure. I think that's a part of the game that has changed now. Everybody's chasing velo and certain analytic numbers, which is great and that's fine. But none of those numbers and none of that velo means anything if you can't throw strikes with it. And that's where I got in trouble in pro ball a little bit. I started chasing it, and that's where I kind of got in trouble, and that's what I started getting back to. Is, that old just like, let's get ahead and just make guys either put it in play or get them out, one of the two, But so I'm getting back to, that's what works.
You got a chance to obviously play with some great coaching staffs at Bryant, first of all, which has been obviously one of the premier, Saline County baseball has been one of the best in the state, and then obviously to play for Dave Van Horn. Just talk about the influential coaches you've had a chance to play under.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I've been lucky enough to play for a lot of really good ones. Coach Bach at Bryant, if it wasn't for him, I don't think I'd ever probably made it to Arkansas. He really drilled into us, what was important and, and what to do and how to do it right. And, so when I got to college, I didn't feel like it was that big of a transition. Just go out and do what you're supposed to do. And you do it right and you go 100%, it takes care of itself majority of the time. And then, Coach Van Horn, his track record speaks for itself. He's an incredible coach. I had coached Jordan in 16 when I was there, incredible human being, incredible pitching coach for a long time. And then I was lucky enough to have Coach Johnson for 2 years after that. Now he's the head coach at Georgia. But I've been very lucky and fortunate to have the people that I've had to coach me over the years.
Yeah, I've always said that, Blaine. I'm very blessed. Early in my football career, I had some bad coaches, and I'm very blessed to have some of the best. And what a difference it makes if you're a player to be well coached. Makes a big difference. I guess everybody talks to you about, obviously everybody wants to get back to the World Series, and is that the number one topic that comes up when they start talking to you about Razorback baseball in 2018 at the College World Series?
Yeah, I told you not to bring this up.
Justin didn't want me to bring it up, Blaine, but I got to bring it up.
I don't like talking about it.
Are you about the same way?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like talking about it, but, the thing about that game is, that's just baseball. And, I hate to say it like that because, that pop fly was out to win it. But, stuff happens in baseball for no reason, and sometimes you don't recover from it. And, I would take that team in that scenario again in that same series as Oregon State, and I think it'd be a different ballgame. I think we'd have won it. But, we just we drew the short stick that day, and we had a miscommunication, and, we paid the price for it. And, but, I still don't think that should take away from any of the Razorback fans, like, what that team did. Because, we were good, but we were never projected to do what we did. And, we battled all year, and we grinded it out, and, we still put up a heck of a run.
Yeah, no team has ever obviously gotten that close to a national championship, one out away, and obviously I'm sure you don't like talking about it, but again, that's what every team that goes to Fayetteville, every player that goes, they want to get to that position, and sometimes you're on the winning end of it, and you look last night with the Yankees and the Dodgers, sometimes you're not, and you got, like your point, you got to find the positive, because if not, if you don't look at the positive of that, of course, you talk about 14-0, and
especially with baseball, man.
Yeah.
It's so different than any other sport.
Yeah, look at that miscommunication on the ball not going to first, the pitcher not running to first, and all that kind of stuff. So all that happens even in the bigs.
Blaine, did you have any other interest in any other sports when you were growing up besides baseball? Was it baseball only?
Football there for a little bit. I got out of football and basketball both before I got to high school. I just, my dad did a really good job of letting me explore and do all the sports and see what I like. But, I always tended to go back to baseball, and that's what I loved. And so, we got to high school, that's kind of what we stuck with.
Visit with Blaine Knight, former Razorback. If once you're done with your pro career, anything in particular you think you'd like to do post baseball?
Pro fisherman. No, he loves to fish. That used to be the thing. You still fishing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I still get to fish. Not as much as I did when I was Arkansas, but because our schedule on the pro side is a little more chaotic and a lot more games. But, I've thought about doing, sticking with baseball, like as far as getting into coaching and stuff like that. But, I don't know. I guess we'll kind of cross that bridge when we get there and see what the Lord has planned for me.
Do you get a chance to get up to Fayetteville much at all?
I do. I get to go up quite a few times during the year, especially when I start throwing again in the off seasons. And I'll go up there back at the farm, and I'll go throw in the indoor and do some stuff and see some of the guys. A lot of the pro guys come back into town that time of year, and so get to visit with them and throw with them a little bit. But I don't get to go as much as I want, but I get to go just enough.
Well, Blaine, man, thanks so much for jumping on with us, man. Great to hear from you. Congrats on a great career and good, obviously continued success. Yeah, Raj?
I want to read one thing, too, Blaine. I know, Blaine, you mentioned quite a few people in your career to help you get to where you're going and all that. I didn't hear this name. I want to make sure he gets a shout-out. Please tell Blaine that Joe Fisher, his middle school principal in Bryant, says hello and is following him and very proud of all your success.
Very nice.
Mr. Fisher, golly, I hadn't seen him in forever, but no, for sure. I mean, then you take the baseball people out of it. I mean, there's so many people, not just with me, but with a lot of athletes that have a lot of impacts on a lot of guys' lives.
You bet.
And not just in the sports world, but just in everyday life.
You bet.
And, helping mold the youth into good human beings where they can do what they're supposed to do.
Awesome. Hey, great words, Blaine. Thanks for jumping on with us, man. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Blaine. You're headed to Nebraska. You're headed to Nebraska deer hunting?
He's headed to Nebraska deer hunting?
I'm headed that way right now.
Awesome.
Right on.
Awesome. Well, good luck to you,
Thanks,
buddy.
dude.
Thanks, buddy. Thank y'all.
Go home.
Someone says here, Blaine Knight was a badass that year. I remember a reporter asked him how he would pitch to Roger Clemens' kid. He said if he hits it, but he still got to hit it. So, yeah,
I like that.
Yeah,
if he hits it, he hits it, but he's still got to hit it.
Yeah, well, 14-0, pretty darn salty. I do remember he was the dominant. He was the number one.
And Jamie knows this way better than me because I mean he played on a much different level than I did. But what I was talking about with Blaine, him being old school, he didn't have like electric stuff. You know,
no.
he was just a pitcher, man.
He went out every day, and you think about 14-0 it's every day he performed,
and it was on Friday nights.
It was Friday night, and that is just not. You just don't see that, and he is he was so crafty and fun to watch. Not somebody who's going to light up.
He kind of reminded me of a Maddox.
Sure he did.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yep, no doubt.
When is the last time what was Kopps's record at the end of his senior year or last year?
Well, he didn't start that much.
No, he started that last game.
That's right.
That last game he started, which obviously he did phenomenal, but Kopps just shut the door every eighth. You know, sometimes picked 6 out, sometimes he just pitched 3. So
I don't think he lost a save, did he? I don't think he blew a save.
Yeah, and a lot of times he would come in like the 5th,
right,
and finish it.
That's right.
You know, I mean, he could have been a starter, obviously, but they thought using him in the role that they did, they could use him twice on a weekend instead of once.
Right. Yeah, and I can't recall. Other than have we ever had another starting pitcher go double digits undefeated in Arkansas? I can't recall.
I don't think so.
Not undefeated. No.
Yeah, sound like a good guy. Sound like a good guy. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm looking here, Roger. We got on our D3 Auto Sales text line. She did not give her name. I think she's from Perryville, but she said got a chance to drive to Poland yesterday and get my picture with my favorite country singer, Justin Moore. So I'm going to show boys so you can go by and you can walk right up the steps and stand right beside with his arms open wide, Roger.
Sure, he's saying, come on in. The water's fine. That's what he's doing.
Come on in. Baby, take your clothes off.
Come on in. Baby, take a load off. Come on in. And the blues will be long
gone. Wash it away.
Come on in.
Justin, did you get?
Baby, put a smile on.
Come on in. Baby, take a bit. Wow.
What was that?
Just got to rhyme.
Did you, Justin? Did you get a chance to watch the last game last night of the World Series between?
No, not last night. We had a trunk or treat at our church.
I love it. And what did South go as?
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. I love that.
He's his favorite player. He's obsessed.
Yeah.
Which there's worse, obviously.
He had all
I was a Jordan guy too.
Yeah. So. I love to see the pictures on that. So obviously we know that Josh's parents are in the dentistry field. So I don't know if you saw this or not, Josh, but dentists say you should hand out stickers and Play-Doh, not candy.
Okay, his mom said that.
Those are not.
It says a group.
Miss Moretti hands out candy. I guarantee.
It says a group.
I
met her.
You're hoping people will come, and nobody ever does.
It says a group of dental surgeons is urging children not to eat lollipops or sticky sweets to avoid tooth decay. That's a very big ask on Halloween.
Sticky sweets.
But they say adults can lend a hand.
You can get the sticky sweets at Cooper's, of course.
One dentist suggests that the public can switch giving trick-or-treater things like stickers and Play-Doh.
I don't know about Play-Doh, but they used to give out
I don't like
toothbrush.
Play-Doh in my carpet.
No.
Listen, they used to give out, I know when I was a little girl growing up in Hot Springs, they used to give out those little bitty bags that you get after you're cleaning. You know, the little bitty floss, the new toothbrush, and a little fun size of toothpaste.
I would say the Jolly Rancher type candies.
Yes.
Okay, the Jolly Rancher type candies, stay away from those because those are the ones that the ones that will actually stick to your teeth.
Yeah. How about the Reese's cups?
Those are good.
Oh, Reese's
cups are great.
But those are good.
Reese's are great because then you take a bite of it and you put it to the roof of your mouth and you're licking that peanut butter.
Let's see if Roger remembers this. Jamie and Taylor, you guys are.
There's no razor blades in Reese's.
What was the thing?
Razor blades.
What was the thing that Roger that you took your mouth and it was a big risk for you to try.
We talking about the same thing here. We're still on Halloween. I want to make sure
there was a particular candy that if you put it in your mouth. Mm-hmm. And you could try to bite on it. Mm-hmm. Some would do it, but you could just completely break your teeth. Do you remember what it was?
Was it not what you're talking about?
No. There was a. It was
everlasting
fireball?
gobstopper.
It was a
little fireball.
It was a ball.
Yeah.
I forget what. It was a jawbreaker. It was a giant jawbreaker.
Jawbreaker.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, but back then it was. I don't know if it was called a jawbreaker back then.
I know
it was
they're fireballs.
wasn't anything.
Yeah, I don't think it was called a jawbreaker back then, but it was a.
Well, there's the lemon ones.
Yeah, it was.
It was definitely
well,
called
maybe not with y'all,
Jawbreaker.
but with us it was.
Yeah, it's it's definitely one that you got.
The fireballs were the best ones like that when you have some of those.
Yeah, the hot ones.
The hot ones, yeah.
They were red and hot.
Oh yeah, they just were, and I think they were red hots.
Okay,
red hot.
I think they were called red hots. Yeah.
How much did Americans spend on Halloween this year? I think we've talked about this before. This is the latest figure out.
Right.
Take a shot.
Too much.
Oh yeah, 2 billion, 2 billion 5.
11.6 billion. $104 per person.
Oh my God!
And then another 3.8 billion on costumes, 3.8 billion on decorations, 3.5 billion on candy.
Wow!
And 72% of Americans are celebrating this year. 67% will hand out candy. 52% have put up a decorations. I can't believe that. I can't believe that 52% of half of Americans have put up. 49% are dressing up. I have a hard time believing that. That seems like a really high one to me.
Why?
I'm a footy dud then because don't come to my house tonight.
Yeah, I would think, I would just think that was somebody said the average person bought their first bag of candy 2.5 weeks ago. So that could be Roger. Have you when you bought it? Did you dip? Did you dip into your bag?
I don't, not anymore. I haven't bought it. I'll be down at Mainline tonight. There'll be for trivia, obviously, and there's a costume party after that. So I'll pick up some candy, drop it off at the house, or have it at the house. So Sam will be giving out some candy.
And we've got a station event tonight that we'll talk about. We're gonna have Ebony Mitchell, DJ's girlfriend. Yes,
and DJ, will they get together? Come one day, maybe marry up and invite me and you.
Wow! Holy cow!
Oh my God! I got to tell you right now,
ladies,
I just blacked out.
Ladies and gentlemen,
he's a pro.
As he worked through that, that was outstanding, Roger.
It sure was. My head hurt.
Very impressed with your ability there, as we always are. But yeah, tonight we've got an event coming up, very special. And of course, Roger, we've got to tonight's called the Boo Bash with the Buzz.
Yeah.
That starts at 6:00 at the Flyway Brewery. Yeah. With it benefiting the Arkansas Food Bank. So anyway, so that's we'll find out more details. Party's open to the public. Admission is free, but we'll talk more details on that coming up.
Absolutely. It's free to get in. Arkansas Food Bank, 6:00. It's a Halloween party. Flyaway Brewing. That's tonight.
Justin, what was was there one Halloween costume that you remember more than another that you got dressed up as a kiddo?
No, if you remember yesterday, I said that
you said you didn't like it.
Did not like Halloween.
But that did that start as a kid?
Probably.
I want you to show me on the dog where the man hurt you.
Why are you anti?
I probably went Jordan.
You say you did the same thing. You don't have any pictures of a young Justin as a little kid dressed up as.
That's his profile
Josh
on
asked
Facebook.
why am I anti-Halloween. I don't know, Josh. I really don't.
Jessica's
never liked it.
Yeah, Jessica.
So
Jessica.
When I was in my youth,
yes,
that was somebody mentioned the razor blades earlier. That was when that was a whole big.
We had it back in the 70s. We did too.
Okay,
yes.
All right. Well, in my youth, we had the same thing.
It happened everywhere. But in our youth, we were worried about an apple with a razor blade and then making a wrong step and falling in quicksand.
I never liked it, and I never liked dressing up. I don't know why. I just didn't.
Roger, I don't know. I loved scary movies as a kid growing up. I watched Werewolf, all that stuff.
That was the other thing, Josh. I never liked scary movies.
Yeah.
I just... I'd rather watch like a comedy.
I would go out trick or treating. I would have blood that I would squirt on my neck like I've been bit by.
And that serves you well in some of your adult plays.
It's smart.
I don't like Halloween for another reason. All the stuff Justin said.
Did you say Halloween?
Halloween.
Halloween?
Halloween.
Halloween.
Listen, Justin will check you. Justin's going to check you.
No, I'm just asking.
Yes, Halloween.
Some people say Halloween.
You're state police.
Whoa!
Because I'm a Thanksgiving guy. That's why
you want to
see. I'm a Thanksgiving guy.
You guys want to get on to Thanksgiving.
Also, because Thanksgiving really towards the end when we get
who ain't a Thanksgiving guy?
No. It gets steamrolled by Christmas.
Well, maybe some Native Americans are mad.
Excited for Christmas. They start playing the Christmas music too early, and I'm like, you moron!
Well, I think
enjoy your
I'm a pilgrim.
Football.
People
and people are like, they have to get to Christmas.
I think Thanksgiving is more appreciated because of that.
It's not appreciated enough.
I think it's growing though. I think people just appreciate.
You think it's growing?
Yeah, I think
the Pilgrims really getting it going.
Yeah, I think it's become because it's not just commercialized. It's not about presents. It's about family.
It should be about presents. It should be more about presents.
We got the boys from the Grove here. We'll come back and visit with another Pine Bluff native. You guys know well Melinda Mayo, so she'll give us an update on the weather. A lot of people have asked about what the weather's going to be.
I think she was Wednesday. I think that's what she dressed as today.
She was Wednesday Adams.
Yeah, Wednesday Adams.
Yeah, look at
so
you.
was Addison, RJ's little girl. I think didn't we talk last night? Didn't she say was that Addison? So she was, yeah.
Justin, RJ would have punched about 10 clowns last night at the Royal Theater because they were. Listen,
he was looking to punch somebody.
Can I tell you one of the good new characters is that Pennywise, which has been around for a long time, Roger, but the newest version of him is creepy. He's got a crazy eye.
Killing kids.
He's got a crazy. That's right. That's the unspoken deal. You can't do that.
Even though they cut that scene out from the
old
early Frankenstein, where he picks up a little girl who's blowing on daisies and chunks her in a raging river. Lord.
Let's check in with Melinda Mayo when we come back. It is 8:31.
And this song is the reason we're playing it because I can't find the other one. I'm going to look for it, but it's Elvira. Get it? You know, it's the Halloween thing. I'm trying to justify it for myself. We'll be right back.
Boom bop boom bop mow mow. Boom bop boom bop mow mow.
Petra's Farm and Grill presents Steve Sullivan each week when he joins Wes and Joe Franklin on Out of Bounds. Petra's Farm and Grill, masterful blends for exceptional dishes.
This is SportsCenter.
It appeared we were heading towards a game number 6 and a trip back to Los Angeles in this year's World Series, thanks to the Yankees in a 5th-inning blow-up. That is not the case. The Dodgers won the World Series in 5 games over the New York Yankees last night. They trailed 5-0 heading into the 5th inning, but thanks to errors from Aaron Judge, Anthony Volpe, and a miscue from Garrett Cole in not covering first base, the Dodgers were able to erase that 5-run deficit. The Dodgers were then able to scrape across 2 runs in the top of the 8th inning, and then Walker Buehler holds on for them to get a 7-6 victory in game number 5. It's Dave Roberts' 2nd World Championship win as manager of the Dodgers. It's the 8th World Series championship for the Dodgers franchise as a whole. Once again, the Los Angeles Dodgers are your 2024 World Series champions. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center. Buzz Weather with KARK's Pat Walker.
Rain and thunderstorms here throughout the morning hours. The showers will begin to taper off this afternoon. This afternoon we'll have a high of 74 degrees. No rain in the forecast tonight, but it should be a mostly cloudy sky, and it'll get a little cooler. We'll drop down to 56. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Riverfront Steakhouse Special, dinner for 2 for $60. 10-ounce filet, fried shrimp, 2 sides, and our famous salad bar. Only $60. Good Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night.
What's up, everyone? It's Christian Weaver for The Zone. I'll be off on Thursday, but Todd Pierce will be in for me. Justin Aker will make his return to the show, and DJ Williams will be here as well. They'll be speaking to Luke Haas, thanks to Fence Brokers, talking about their upcoming matchup with Ole Miss. Quinn Grovey will come on, thanks to Bell and Sword, to talk about Ole Miss as well. And then we'll have Barrett Sallee to talk about the SEC in general. And in the final hour, we'll have our Rock and Roll Sushi Challenge with Chris Alley. It's all that and much more Thursday in The Zone, where sports and entertainment come crashing together.
Roger Scott for Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort. Football season is here, and there is no better way to get in on the action than with the Oaklawn Sports app. Download it today from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store and place your bets on everything. Futures, outright winners, spreads, player props, and more. If you can name it, you can probably bet on it with Oaklawn Sports. New customers, listen up. You can earn up to $1,000 in bonus bets. It's simple. Just deposit, and you're automatically enrolled. Get a second chance on your first bet each day for the first 10 days, up to $100 in bonus bets per day. And don't miss out on Oaklawn's headliner entertainment coming to the event center. John Michael Montgomery on Saturday, October 19th. Nikki Glazer on November 30th. And Larry the Cable Guy on Friday, January 17th. Tickets are on sale at Oaklawn.com. And book a visit to the Astral Spa, Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa, or stay in Oaklawn's Forbes recommended hotel. All on Oaklawn.com. Oaklawn, where the excitement never stops.
If you need a new garage door, this could be your lucky day. Entries are open now for the $5,000 sweepstakes with Overhead Door Company of Little Rock. A winner will be chosen at random to receive $5,000 towards new garage doors and openers of their choice. Deadline to enter is the end of the month to win the $5,000 sweepstakes with Overhead Door Company of Little Rock. Enter now at overheaddooroflittlerock.com. You can't win if you don't enter. Overheaddooroflittlerock.com.
The all-new alternative firearm season is opening October 19th. Check out the great selection of straight-wall cartridge firearms and straight-wall ammo selection 350 and 400 Legend in stock. Shop local this hunting season. Fort Thompson and Sherwood.
It's hot tub season, and Luxury Pool & Spa has Hot Spring and Caldera hot tubs in stock and ready for delivery. Luxury Pool & Spa in Conway and Russellville carry Serona Spa chemicals and Frog systems. Live the life of luxury with Luxury Pool & Spa online at luxurypoolarkansas.com.
Want to reach the show? Well, give us a call or text at 501-661-1037. Welcome back to Morning Mayhem. No, Mr. Belafonte, it's Mayo. Mayo, Melinda Mayo. She's Arkansas's TV sweetheart, and she's joining the guys from Morning Mayhem. Melinda Mayo on Morning Mayhem is brought to you by Sanders Ground Essentials, where great lawns start today. On the web at sandersground.com.
Good morning, Mel.
Creepy Halloween weather this morning.
Yeah, I don't know if and it was dark this morning. I don't think we were prepared for it. What's the scoop on weather today that's moving through? And then, of course, the next one will be, what about the game in Fayetteville Saturday?
Yeah, we'll cover all that, but what do you mean you weren't prepared?
Bingo. I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah, well,
what?
I knew it.
Roger,
I'm sitting there going.
Roger's our go-to meteorologist, and Roger said he was not prepared. It caught him
I
off
didn't
guard.
say that, you sack.
He said he caught him off
I didn't
guard.
say anything.
He said, I didn't want to do that today.
You are such a weenie. Oh, my God.
Go ahead, Melinda.
I got to call them out where I see them. We've been talking about morning rain for about a week on Halloween Day. So the good news is this is going to clear out this afternoon. We'll be done with it probably here in Central Arkansas about 1 o'clock, and then East Arkansas will see it after that. We only had one severe storm warning overnight, and Roger, maybe you've heard this from Zach. They had what looks to be a tornado touchdown in Prairie Grove, which is just southwest of Fayetteville. There was a tornado warning signature on that about midnight last night, and I have seen some pictures of mostly roof damage to some homes. Fortunately, we haven't heard of any injuries. That was the one and only severe storm of the whole night, so this has just been regular thunderstorms moving through. But for trick-or-treating tonight, looks like it's gone. We'll see about 69 degrees at 6 o'clock and dropping to the mid-60s about 8 or 9. So that's perfect. Kids won't have to put coats or jackets on over all those costumes.
Beautiful, beautiful. Friday night, it could be nice Friday and Saturday?
It does look good for Friday night. It'll be a little bit cooler tomorrow behind the front that's got the rainfall for us today. So a high of about 70 tomorrow, and then we're going to see probably a kickoff of high school football games about 64. And going down to about 62. So, again, cool enough, but not all that chilly. And the K8TV road trip will be in Benton. So we are headed back to Saline County again. Benton Panthers are 7-1, and they're taking on the West Memphis Blue Devils. They're opposite. They're 1-7, so they'll be looking for an upset there. And we will be there live at 5 and 6 tomorrow night.
And you have a big announcement. You've got a new team member to add, and it's going to be tomorrow night when you announce who it's going to be.
That's right. She is coming soon, guys. So as you know, Cassandra Webb, our co-anchor, decided to stay home with her family a few months ago. So after an exhaustive search for the perfect co-anchor, We have found her, and she's a familiar face to a lot of our Kansans.
Uh-oh.
I'm not going to say who.
Oh, no! Stop it!
Hey, I'm in the news business. We got to tease a little bit. So she's a native Arkansan, native of Central Arkansas. The road trip tomorrow night is also a clue. She's a former cheerleader who I hear can still do a back handspring. So we are excited. We will announce her tomorrow evening at 5 and 6 at the road trip.
Former employee or anything?
She is a former Channel 7 employee.
I think Roger and I know who it is. We won't
we won't
give it
away.
Wow, that would be something if that's who it is.
Is she blonde?
I don't think I'm going to answer that because
I like it, Jerry.
But we're not gonna blur.
We're not gonna say anything. But we'll go ahead and do this. We know it's not Ted Danson or Chris Kane.
Right.
That's correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Narrowing it down.
Melinda, what's your prediction on the game Saturday against Ole Miss?
Pain.
Well, we need it. We need to get to that 6-win bowl wins for sure. I love that Ole Miss has lost 5 straight games up in Fayetteville. I'm glad when others feel like we do when we go to Missouri, right? They just haven't been able to get a win in Fayetteville. I think Tennessee maybe feels that way by coming to Tennessee. We've been very fortunate. I think it all hinges on their really good offensive line. Ole Miss's offensive line is just spectacular, really. So we've got to protect the quarterback. It's going to be hard to run the ball against that line, so I think that makes a big difference. We've got to control turnovers for sure. I think they had 10 sacks against Oklahoma, like a school record for them. So, I don't know, guys. I'm not feeling good. Preseason, I said we would split the Mississippi teams. We would win against Mississippi State. We would lose to Ole Miss, and those have worked out well for me. So I'm going to say Ole Miss takes this one 33-24, and I hope I'm wrong.
We are too.
Wow.
Roger, I was thinking if we have to get to Poland and do Justin's pick up picks today. Although the way Justin's talking, I don't know if we're going to like what he says.
Maybe Kate
Melinda,
video.
Melinda too. Melinda's.
I don't even know.
Is anybody picking the Hogs this weekend?
I think 2 people.
Well, listen, Melinda. This is. I'm excited about you having a new partner. The other thing is your thriller moves, Justin. You should see. I don't know if you've seen the dance moves that Melinda Mayo makes on her newest thriller video.
Is that the thing?
Yes, very impressive. She's very talented.
No, I'm not.
She's got the moves.
But was I correct? Your Wednesday.
Well, yeah, I think so. I was going to, usually we kind of go all out on the show, but since we had storms and a chance of severe weather, I kind of dialed it back a little bit. So, yeah, I've got a Wednesday dress that I wore today. And we thought about doing the Wednesday dance. She's got a famous dance.
I did not know that.
Right.
Oh.
Yes.
Nice.
That's a great show, by the way. If anybody out there listening hasn't seen it, it's really good, and you can watch it with your kids. It's clean,
and that is the name.
Really good show.
Is that the new version?
Wednesday Addams.
I got you.
Yeah,
it's
on Disney Plus.
Melinda, we got to mention we have Jamie and Taylor in here with the Grove Hunting Club down in Pine Bluff. You said obviously we asked you this, once or twice a year. You grew up hunting with your dad at the Hickory Grove Hunting Club near Star City, so you've got the hunting thing in your blood, right?
Oh, and just grew up with Dad. Now, the hunting I did was drive the Jeep, drive the four-wheeler, maybe sit with him a little bit in the deer stand and fall asleep. So, I didn't do a whole lot of that. But I killed many a Coke can out of the tree when, I would practice shooting my shotgun or a rifle. So, I grew up around it. I know that's a beautiful place there in the Grove. But, yeah, I got to say a shout-out to Hickory Grove. The guys are still there. My dad's deer horns are still on the wall, and they keep his memory alive, and that was really his happy place. And you know what? He actually passed away down there on a deer stand.
Wow.
Many of the guys came to the funeral and said, that's what I would hope for myself, is to go there in our happy place. So it's very special to us. But I'm sorry you guys didn't go to the Grove today.
Yeah.
Taylor?
Yeah, Melinda, you kept talking about Hickory Grove. My grandfather's place, about a 60-acre, nothing big, but about a 60-acre cattle farm. is just north of the Hickory Grove Hunting Club, and that's where I hunted for years. My family hunted down there, so I know that place. I rode a 3-wheeler or 4-wheeler all over those hunting grounds down there, and know a lot of the people. It's a special place for me as well. I like it down there.
Yeah, we're probably related. You throw a stone down in Lincoln, Cleveland County, and you're going to hit a cousin of mine, so we'll have to get together and figure that out. Yeah,
Sounds
we
good.
had technical difficulties at Channel 7, too. We were basically off the air. Our switcher, which is how you basically put the show on the air, went out last night. I just saw Steve Powell, and he said, I've seen us go black. I've seen us go to bars. Last night we went pink on Channel 7 News. So our engineer actually had to drive to Dallas overnight in this weather to pick up a part, one part that we needed, and drove it back this morning so that we were able to go on the air on daybreak. So we kind of know how technical difficulties happen.
Did that last year, didn't we?
You're right, but from holy moly, what a dedicated employee.
Well, Melinda, thank your fine sponsor, please, before we let you go.
You know I'll do it. It is so good to get this rainfall. We're probably going to get right close to an inch of rain in most of the states, so we needed it, and it's going to help that lawn, and it's going to help it go dormant. But this is still a great time to get them out. They can still fertilize, weed control. They can get soil samples, all the things to really kind of get you on board so that next spring you've got the lawn you want. So give them a call. The number's 501-315-9395. I'm preaching to the choir, Roger.
All right, listen, I'm telling you right now, I'm so excited about it. I have got, I had to call my guy David. I told Kyle, and he called David to get out there because there'd been something rooting around in my shrubbery area. I didn't know what it was. I'm thinking deer. I don't know. But no, it's because I think it's armadillo or whatever it is that are out there looking for grub. So they were in the grub, so they've got grubs, and I'm thinking, there's some. We're talking about big old hoofs.
Scary
scary stuff.
Creepy.
I don't think my trap's going to get them. But anyway, so if you need them for that as well, you call Sanders Ground Essentials.
Thanks, Melinda.
Roger, let me tell you, I had raccoons and possums dug up half my yard a couple years ago for the same thing, looking for grub. So I now get a yearly grub treatment, and they can do that too. It was terrible.
Oh, it's terrible. So that's what it was. All those things, whatever they were, that were just digging into that. I'm talking about digging deep. And I actually thought, man, maybe my Native American heritage is coming out. I'm going to follow these tracks. I'm going to follow them right around the little holly bush, then around the water hose. I'm going to make it to the. No, it's gone. I don't know where it just ended.
Well, thanks, Melinda. Have a great weekend. Appreciate you.
Thank you, guys. All right, go home.
Go home.
Thank you.
You know, it made me think of if you had a choice to pick where you're going to die.
What?
Do you
Get out your magic 8 ball, everybody.
Because Melinda's talking about her grandfather died doing what he enjoyed doing in the deer stand. Roger, if you had to pick one spot where they would find you.
Church.
No, at
the pew.
I know that you two are going to die.
They would find you in the yard if you're working in the yard.
Naked.
Probably would be.
Nude.
You know, and there's
nude in the yard.
I would be nude. And
then find Baz in a booth at Corky's.
Yeah, with the computer. Yes.
You know, the other part,
exactly.
the other sad part about that might be that if I was nude in my yard, my wife would be leaving the garage. She'd be driving out to maybe go to grocery shopping or Starbucks or something and see me laying naked in the yard and just go, what's he doing? And just keep on going. It wouldn't be weird.
All right. We'll be back in here in just a minute. 8:45 here at Morning Mayhem.
Take the chains away. They keep me loving you.
David BAZZEL here for Jones & Son Diamond and Bridal Fine Jewelry. At Jones & Son, when you shop for an engagement ring, you get the benefit of shopping with the largest selection of rings in Central Arkansas. Jones & Son also carries the biggest brands in the business. At Jones & Son, shop their new collection of Jones & Son branded engagement rings. These Jones & Son rings are high quality at a fraction of the price. They're also fully customizable. They can modify any design to suit your needs. Jones & Son is located at 1121 Rodney Parham Road. And of course, they've been there for over 35 years. Same address, address, same phone number for over 3 decades. Finding the perfect piece of jewelry to match the occasion can be overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be, and it's not at Jones & Son Diamond and Bridal Fine Jewelry. Find the right diamonds for that special occasion. Jones & Son invites you to come by and shop with them in person or online at jonesandson.com. Owners Darrow and Jacob Jones are the best father-son jewelry team in America. Tell them the guys at Morning Mayhem sent you. Jones & Son Diamond and Bridal Fine Jewelry. Jones & Son is located at 1121 Rodney Parham Road.
We face a critical shortage of skilled workers like welders, plumbers, and mechanics. Our rural communities, especially farmers and ranchers, feel the impact. Join Arkansas Farm Bureau and vote yes on Issue 1, supporting scholarships for vocational education and providing the training needed for good-paying jobs. Farm Bureau members support Issue 1 because we believe in strengthening our state's workforce and our rural way of life. Vote yes on Issue 1. Political ad paid for by Arkansas Farm Bureau for rural jobs.
Hello, Buzz listeners. It's Chris Zender here at Frank Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep in Sherwood with the deal of the week. New Jeep Gladiator Willys. I have one available on the showroom floor, $13,000 off. First come, first serve. It's the end of the month, so we're giving you the biggest discounts and no payments till next year. Get 0% financing on every 2024 model Jeep. New Rams up to $11,000 off. New Jeep Wranglers up to $6,000 off. New Jeep Grand Cherokee 4-wheel drives up to $9,000 off. Folks, it's the end of the month and we're making crazy deals. Every pre-owned vehicle has been marked down to the end of the month, and Fletcher Dodge gives you a free warranty on every pre-owned vehicle. And if you've had credit problems in the past, come see us. We can help. If other dealers have told you no, go to FletcherCredit.com and get pre-approved. It's that easy. Shop Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood before you buy anywhere else. Come see us in person at Fletcher Dodge on Warden Road in Sherwood, or shop online at FletcherDeals.com.
Hi, I'm Christina Munoz. You've probably seen a lot about Issue 2 lately, and I'm here to help you get the facts. In 2018, Arkansas voted to approve casinos to grow our economy and keep our tax and tourism dollars here at home. Issue 2 would undo that vote, eliminating a casino that voters approved and taking away voter control. The result, Issue 2 will cost Arkansas thousands of jobs and millions in tax revenue. Issue 2 is bad for Arkansas. Vote no on November 5th.
Paid for by investing in Arkansas.
Be prepared for dove season by stopping by Max Prairie Wings for all the gear you need, like the Mojo Voodoo Dove Motion Decoy 2-pack on sale for just $49.99. Or maybe the Mojo Dove A Flicker decoys are for you, on sale at $39.99. Or the Ultimate Decoy System, the Lucky Duck Dove Flocker at just $99.99. And what's a hunt without the right ammunition? Winchester Dove Loads at just $79.90 a case, but available in-store only. So don't wait. Stop in today at Max Prairie Wings and get geared up for a hunt you won't forget.
Be game day ready with Generator Supercenter of Little Rock. Score big with their fall generator discounts of up to $2,000 off their most popular Generac models, as well as payments as low as $149 per month with approved credit. Don't fumble this opportunity and miss any of your favorite games because of lost power. With fast installation and excellent maintenance programs, there's never been a better time to buy a new generator. Visit them on Chenal Parkway or online at GeneratorSupercenterofLittleRock.com.
Join 103.7 The Buzz and the Arkansas Food Bank Halloween night at Flyway Brewing to scare away hunger. The party starts at 6 and admission is free. Wear your best costume to compete in the costume contest for great prizes. It's Halloween night at Flyway Brewing with the Arkansas Food Bank and 103.7 The Buzz.
Can't listen to the radio? Don't worry. You can catch Morning Mayhem live every day. Just download the 103.7 The Buzz app.
I was going to go nationwide with it. Okay. You know, and we didn't get past Pike Avenue.
It was designed to be there. Those 10 acres were put there. And the great thing about it...
Did you just give the answer away, Bruce?
No,
he didn't. Okay. Sorry.
Every time. I said no, he didn't. And Bruce goes, no. Nope. Let me tell you something. That is
y'all
right
both
there.
said no.
I know.
It was so... Josh, how obvious was that?
You
and I were on the same
Roger didn't catch it either. No. I was listening to another show.
Do y'all not have ears? No, it was so obvious.
Well, listen,
Josh.
Roger made.
To be fair, I was listening to Fox.
Yeah. Good Lord, we're playing it again.
No, he didn't. Okay.
Do it again.
Roger made the point that
I even to appease you, I go, "Oh, okay."
You did. You did. Justin was so funny.
And Baz goes, no.
I didn't hear it.
But listen, but we'll never. Do you know how many acres
Play it
the
again,
Grove is?
Josh. Play it again.
It was designed to be there. Those 10 acres were put there, and the great thing about, I will say
Did you
this,
just give the answer away, Bruce?
No,
he didn't. Okay.
And Bruce even dismissively says,
"Yeah,
no."
I know.
No, I didn't.
Justin, why didn't you go? Yes, you did.
And then Raj, after the fact, goes,
"Yeah,
it was a little fuzzy." It was perfectly good.
Well, here's the thing, Justin, and I said it yesterday. Your talent and what you do and all the things that you do play a big part in it. But the fact that you have to pay closer attention to us because you can't see us unless you're watching us, which I doubt. So you have to play. You are more attentive to this show than we are.
That's right.
Okay? And we appreciate that in you.
We're distracted.
We appreciate that.
When Bruce goes 10 acres and then you all say no, he didn't. I thought it was like, oh, so there's a specific 10 acres
There's something else. Yes,
that was just the hospital. And then it's like we circle back and the guy goes, how'd you get that answer? You guys say Google? He goes, no, I just listened.
Yeah, exactly. You're absolutely right. But Justin could have gone Rick Schaefer, but Justin went, okay.
That's not his nature.
He didn't do it.
He'll come back.
He could have got Rick.
You so sure.
Real quick, too.
Well, I knew what I heard.
Yeah, you did.
And then Josh backed me up. Josh goes, I forget what you said, but you were like, yeah, I thought he did too, or something like that.
And I honestly, in my earpiece, I was listening to the day before's Zone broadcast.
Jamie, you got a special birthday wish you need to throw out there.
I do. My oldest sister's a Halloween birthday. So
Halloween?
Rachel. Yep.
She's your older sister, but we're not going to throw out the age, right? We won't do that. What's your name?
Rachel.
Happy birthday, Rachel.
Happy birthday, Pam Morris. Brian's wife is a birthday
right
baby.
Today? Okay.
Absolutely.
Awesome. All right, coming up in this next hour, a couple things. We're going to visit with one of the great offensive line coaches that came out of Arkansas. He's up for the Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame. His name is J.B. Grimes. We'll visit with him for a few minutes. We're going to visit with the voice of the Ole Miss Rebs, David Kellum. Been around since 1977. Wow. We're going to see what he thinks of our chances this week against the Rebs.
He just totally disregarded.
Yes, I did. And Ebony Mitchell, DJ Williams' girlfriend, who's amazing for the Arkansas Food Bank. We've got Boo Bash with the Buzz tonight, Raj. Mm-hmm. Party starts at 6 at the Flyway Brewery.
Party over here.
Benefits the Arkansas Food Bank and starts at 6. You can wear a costume. You don't have to. It's up to you. It's helping out a great cause. We'll visit with her. Roger will be over at Mainline Sports Bar tonight in Hot Springs.
We're going to be doing costume downtown like Baz.
Yes, that's right. Justin, did you see the picture of Roger's toe?
I'm not answering you. You just totally ignored
you were your
me.
Batman. He didn't hear you.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, see, that's why he didn't hear Bruce say 10 acres.
No,
we all talk over each other.
The Ole Miss Rebs guy.
Oh yes, I did. I completely talked past you. Yes,
totally ignored me.
Let's see here.
What are they now? Are they Rebels or Black Bears or Land Sharks?
Jamie, what are they?
What are
y'all?
All the above.
All the above. And we were supposed to be at the Grove Hunting Club today. Technical difficulties. We'll try to get back out there another time. Great to have you guys hanging out with us.
Thank you.
Again,
Jamie, I promise this sells hunts. Just hang in there with me.
Roger has got a black and blue toe after an accident today in the Grove.
It's huge. It's swollen. It's black and blue.
I thought that was yours.
No.
That was Roger's?
That's Roger's.
Listen, I dropped a log on it this morning at 4 o'clock, and did I make any noise? Just like with my DRE, I make no noise.
He broke something at the Grove, but you got to get it repaired. You ripped off a piece of wood there, but
that's why Isabella keeps everybody out of the kitchen.
Just in time
9
for the
o'clock.
holidays, Connor's got cash for guns at Pickles Gap Weapon Shack. Whether it's one gun or the whole collection, Connor's got your cash for the holidays. Visit Pickles Gap Weapon Shack on Highway 65 in Conway or picklesgapweaponshack.com.
Tune in each day to Drive Time Sports to hear Trey Biddy talk all things Razorbacks. Brought to you by Chris Crane Hyundai, Arkansas's #1 Hyundai dealer, and Genesis of Conway, Arkansas's only Genesis dealer. Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
At Hyundai, peace of mind comes from quality you can count on. That's why Hyundai vehicles offer advanced safety features to help you stay safer on the road, which led to Hyundai having 9 2024 IIHS top safety picks this year. Peace of mind. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer today. Hyundai, there's joy in every journey.
Get 1.99% APR for 60 months on the Tucson, or lease for $279 a month. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end October 31st. Call 469-405-7740 for details.
103.7 The Buzz is your home for Arkansas Razorbacks basketball. Coverage is brought to you by Coffin by Design West, Bale Chevrolet, Blackman Auctions, Lion Legal, and Edwards Food Giant.
Don't get sidetracked.
That man is playing Galaga.
We'll keep you on course.
Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
103.7 The Buzz. Buzz News with KARK's Claire Kreitz.
The Arkansas Forestry Department has been working overtime to deal with wildfires across the state. This month alone, nearly 300 fires have sparked. Reps with Forestry Emergency Services say they are seeing more right now than they have in the past decade. The agency has about 200 people positioned around the state, ready to fight the flames with bulldozers and water drops from single-engine planes. Still, some of these fires have been difficult to handle because they've ignited and spread so quickly. According to the Department of Agriculture, our dry weather is a big factor in these fires, and that even a few inches of rain would make a major difference. The State Health Department released its latest report for the flu season. The state is still listed as having minimal flu activity, but it has moved up a point on the scale. We are still in flu season, so more cases are likely to happen as we get closer to the end of the year. This is Claire Kreitz for the Buzz Radio Network.
Anywhere in the state, dial 888-8888 for Rainwater Holton Sexton. They'll help you weather the storm.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center. Buzz Weather with KARK's Pat Walker.
Rain and thunderstorms here throughout the morning hours. The showers will begin to taper off this afternoon. This afternoon we'll have a high of 74 degrees. No rain in the forecast tonight, but it should be a mostly cloudy sky, and it'll get a little cooler. We'll drop down to 56. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Riverfront Steakhouse Special. Dinner for two for $60. 10-ounce filet, fried shrimp, 2 sides, and our famous salad bar. Only $60. Good Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night.
This is David BAZZEL for Simmons Bank. You know, Simmons Bank was founded way back in 1903 in Pine Bluff, Arkansas, with first-day deposits of around $3,300. Today, Simmons has over $27 billion in assets and employs more than 3,000 associates across 6 states. They are a community bank taking as much pride in customer relationships as they do in their extensive products and services. For more than 120 years, Simmons Bank has worked hard to make their customers' financial goals become reality. Whether those goals look like buying a home, purchasing that new car you've always wanted, or starting a business, or maybe even sending a child to college, or simply having greater confidence when it comes to managing your money. What started as a small hometown bank in Pine Bluff, Arkansas, more than 120 years ago, Simmons Bank has grown strong ever since. Speaking of strong, Forbes ranked Simmons Bank one of the world's best banks on its 2023 list. Stop in and visit any of their over 200 banking locations. Simmons Bank was born in Arkansas and is here to serve Arkansans like you and me every day, every month, every year. That's Simmons Bank.
Hunting season is coming, and Bradford Marine and ATV has the Can-Am 2024 Defender Cab Limited in stock now with climate-controlled heat and air. Select 2024 Can-Am off-roads with financing as low as 1.99%. Visit Bradford Marine and ATV today.
Just like in football, both the great offense and defense are so important in properly maintaining your lawn. And the best defense against weeds starts with a call to the team at Sanders Ground Essentials, because there's no better time than now to start that weed control program. And then this winter, I know I'm so looking forward to that beautiful dormant lawn that Sanders always provides for me. Remember, next spring's lawn starts with the Sanders Fall Pre-Emergent Treatments. So go on the offense today with Sanders Ground Essentials on the web at sandersground.com.
Moms worry. It's what we do. But for the last 4 years, I've worried about making ends meet. The cost of groceries and gas are so high. I just don't know how young families can afford diapers or rent. And as kids grow, everything gets more expensive. One thing I know for sure, French Hill is the right choice for Congress. He was a banker. He understands the economy. He gets it. And he will keep fighting for Arkansas families.
I'm French Hill, and I approve this message.
Political ad paid for by French Hill for Arkansas.
Oh, I wish I could have been there when the truck pulled into Genesis of Conway with all those incredible automobiles, those GV80s from Genesis, and watched them come off that truck knowing that Genesis of Conway can get you into one of those incredible automobiles at 2.9% interest for 60 months right now. Oh, I'd love to see your face when you first take that test drive. It's incredible. Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
Hello, this is Justin Acree. If foot or ankle pain is slowing you down, it's time to visit the experts at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. Doctors Martin, Matthews, and Parham provide both surgical and non-surgical treatment for foot and ankle issues. From common problems to more serious conditions, they're here to get you back on your feet, literally. Call Ortho at 501-686-TOSH to schedule your appointment today and get back to living pain-free. That's 501-686-8674. The doctor will see you now.
Roger, did you know that Oaklawn Sports is the mobile app that lets you bet anywhere in Arkansas?
Anywhere, so I can bet the over when I'm in Dover.
Indeed you can.
I can take the underdog in Dogtown.
Absolutely.
You're telling me I can bet on the pigskin in Piggott?
Yep.
Hoops in Humnoke, baseball in Bauxite, long shots in Lavaca?
All of the above.
Anywhere, huh?
Anywhere.
Nice.
Easy to use and even easier to fund. Bet with confidence. Bet with Oaklawn Sports. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
1037 The Buzz is your home for Razorback football. Coverage each week is presented by Genesis of Conway, Low T Center, and Guatney Chevrolet. 1037 The Buzz. The Hogs play here.
Welcome back to Morning Mayhem.
I want your blood. I want your soul.
Live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios.
I want them both right now.
Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
I'm your huckleberry.
Here is David BAZZEL, Roger Scott, and Justin Moore.
All right, Lunger, let's do it.
All right, 9:06 here on Morning Mayhem. We were supposed to be down at the Grove today and had some technical difficulties, but great to have Jamie and Taylor here in studio with us. If you have not seen pictures or you've not been down to the Grove Hunting Club, go online and check it out. It is one of the premier hunting clubs in America in terms of accommodations and productivity and all the things, and hospitality, of course. And you got a few spots open, right? That still, because you're pretty full already, correct?
It's really full, but with the expansion, we're not wanting to fill, every room every night. We still want to give the comfort for each hunter, but we do have some room.
Yeah, it is and just to see the expansion, Roger, for me and you over the last 7 years, unbelievable. 13,000 square foot main lodge, 50 hunters, 20 private rooms, flat screen private showers in each room, 8 private cabins. I mean, it is spectacular, and definitely give them a chance to go down there and have a great time. I know Simmons Bank as a corporation is going down there doing something with you guys soon.
They are.
Yeah.
They are good customer. Armor Bank, your neighbor here, is a good customer. Reliance Bank.
You can easiest place to find you online is
thegrovehuntingclub.com.
Yeah, easy peasy.
Yeah, or just call me.
We've not been able to get Justin to show up at the Grove Hunting Club, but
we got to work on that.
But we're glad he's on the show with us.
That's right.
Morning Mayhem is fully. Let's go. We got him on there. Let's go to the Hodges Glass, Little Rock Glass hotline and talk to one of my.
Not on the hotline.
Not hotline. We're saying it's going to be the hotline.
Sorry, I didn't know.
That's okay. And this is a coach, guys, that coached me. He was a graduate assistant back in the early '80s. His name is JB Grimes. Good morning, JB.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
JB is one of the legendary college coaches of the last 35 years, rather. I knew him when he was just a grad assistant back in the early '80s with Lou Holtz and Ken Hatfield. I didn't realize you were around even when Jack Crow was there, JB.
Yeah, I stayed when Coach Hatfield went to Clemson. I stayed with Jack. I stayed long enough to get run out of there.
And just to give an idea, you have been the offensive line coach at all these schools. Virginia Tech, Frank Beamer. You've been at Auburn, Mississippi State, East Carolina, Texas A&M, Kansas, Arkansas State. Any others that I've left off?
Well, you missed Cincinnati with Tommy Tuberville.
Okay.
You missed UConn. I was at Connecticut.
Wow.
I was at UConn for 1 year with Rhett Lashley and Randy Edsel was up there. Hey, I was at Delta State with Red Parker.
Wow. Well, and the other thing, JB, you were trained under the great Larry Bechtel at one of your stops. He was the offensive line coach when I was there with Lou. Was he the most influential offensive line coach you ever had?
Absolutely. Larry Bechtel understood the kinesiology of football, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Okay? I mean, he had a feel for the fundamentals of the game of football in the offensive line, and I think it's second to none. Okay?
Yeah.
And that's where I really started learning to be an offensive line coach. And it's a craft now. Being an offensive line coach, when you have 5 guys out there that need to work as one, that's not an easy job to do.
The JB, I was going to Justin Moore and I were talking the other day on text message. There's a special teams coach at Pittsburgh for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and his players love him. And I think there may not be another coaching position in college football where you see players love their coaches more than the offensive line. I remember the way everybody loved Larry Bechtel. I've heard the same reputation with you. There's something about, and Sam Pittman with his players when he was an offensive line coach. What do you think makes that position different maybe than some of the other coaching positions?
Hey, because we're also the lines, man. It's always the offensive line's fault.
That's right.
I remember what Lou used to say. Coach Holtz used to say, hey, if you want to rob a bank, go hide in the offensive line. They'll never look there, okay?
They'll never
look there. Never think about looking for you in the offensive line. And, you know, it's a great position to coach. It's a great position to play. But you need special people to do it.
Outside of Arkansas, Coach, can you pick out one of your stops that meant the most to you in your coaching career?
Oh my goodness! I mean, we love Fayetteville so much, and you know, it was a wonderful place. We won a championship there with Coach Hatfield. I was the offensive line coach at that time, and from there, I tell people when I crossed the Mississippi River Bridge, headed for Virginia with Frank Beamer.
Yep.
I think they met me in the middle of the bridge and took my driver's license away from me.
I hear you.
But we went out there to Virginia Tech and won 2 Big East championships out there, and really had a great time. You know, Frank Beamer is one of the all-time greats in the profession. Okay.
Yep.
And I have some great stories about that time, but we were 1 game away from being fired. Okay.
Yeah.
And so we were able to bring that program back in 1993 and get it to where it became a championship-level program.
Well, if you've just joined the show, we're visiting with J.B. Grimes, who's up for the Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame. Grew up in Clarendon, Arkansas, so you're an Arkansas boy, and have so much respect for you, J.B. I remember, you know, when you're a graduate assistant, sometimes you don't always get the love from the coaches above you, but I just know as all of us players loved you. It's interesting, Roger, knowing now, looking back, some of the guys like Keith Burns he was a graduate assistant after being a player, and some of the other guys that came through. Every great coach starts usually as a grad assistant. But I want to remind everybody, today is a deadline to vote in the Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame ballot. And there's a lot of great guys, in addition to JB, as I mentioned earlier. But all you have to do is go to the Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame, log on, join, and you can vote immediately right there. So it'll be in today. But JB, I just want to get you on the phone and just tell you how much I appreciate you and what a great coach, what a great legacy at all these schools, the thousands of young men that you've coached over the last 40 years, and you've had a heck of a career.
Well, I sure do appreciate it, David, and I can't tell you how many times Coach Oates ran me off the field and up into the stand, and then I would sneak back down and start calling defenses again.
Well,
what a great learning experience.
And you also, too, got to give you some props. You've had a tough battle with cancer, things are looking up, right?
Hey, it's all relative, you know. You answer the challenge. It is what it is, you know. The one thing that I've learned, you just keep moving, man. Keep moving.
Well,
hey, I just got through getting me a shoulder workout, David, so all is good with the world.
Well, I know what Rush Harding thinks, how much Rush thinks about you too, and we all hope you can get in the Hall of Fame. You're very deserving, and we appreciate you jumping on with us today. Maybe we can get you back in studio and chop up some of some great stories, because I'm telling you, I'm sure you've got a lot of them with all the stops you've made.
I've got a few, David. I've got a few.
Well, you're the best, but I can't wait to see you again.
Hey. Good talking to y'all, and you guys have a great day.
Thank you, buddy. Yeah, J.B. Grimes.
That's a coach.
I'm telling you, you talk about
answer the challenge.
He's not very tall. He's not a big guy. He's a small guy, but he was intense, and he learned under. Let me tell you, Larry Bechtel was one of the great offensive line coaches ever. He coached the Razorbacks with Lou Holtz, but then he ends up going to Josh, hotline, please. He ends up going to the NFL for probably 10, 20 years with the Packers. And, I mean, everything that we did with Larry Bechtel, when you were in the huddle, your feet were in the right position. When you went up to the line of scrimmage, I mean, telling you, everything was to a T. And he was cussed like a sailor, but the players loved him and would play so hard for him. And to me, that's the sign of a great coach.
You bet.
The coach could chew you out and get on you, but you still love.
He didn't sound like your description at all. I didn't catch that at all.
Most
small and short and this and that.
Yeah.
Most O-line coaches have big personalities.
Yeah.
And that's what kind of we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah,
that shocks me.
It really is. I think you look at Sam Pittman. Sam Pittman related to this offensive line so well that I think that's why he was and he looked like an offensive line coach too.
Yep.
Let's go to the Hodges Glass Little Rock Glass Hotline and visit with the voice of the Ole Miss Rebels, David Kellum. Good morning, David. How are you?
Great. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great. I think we talked to you 3 years ago when we were down at the Grove Hunting Club with Jamie, and I can't remember what was the result of that game. I know this much. I think between Sam Pittman and Lane Kiffin, every game that's been played between those two, the home team has won. So we do know that for the last 4 years.
Well, we need to change that right now.
Well, the other thing is Arkansas is 5-0. I'll give you another stat you may not want to hear. Arkansas is 5-0 the last 5 times that Ole Miss has come to Fayetteville. I'm sure in your prep you saw that as well.
I saw that, and I like going to Little Rock a whole lot better.
What is the sort of the perception of the Razorback football team from an Ole Miss program standpoint?
You know, I think just you talked about doing prep and all. This Arkansas team, and I've watched every game. I get on the weekends and I'll fast forward through games to keep up with what else is going on in the league. And Arkansas has been on a little bit of a roller coaster, to say the least, but I think very, very capable team. Tyler Green is just seemingly getting stronger and more comfortable in the offense, and it's loaded with some really good players and all. And so I think it'll be a heck of a matchup, and you know, the home field advantage, at least against us, has been really good for the Hawks.
Well, you guys have. Would you say that you guys have underperformed expectations, or about where you thought? I think there's a little bit of frustration. Of course, you lose a really tough game to LSU, but where does the mindset of the Ole Miss program at this point? Are you right now?
You know, it's frustration to some degree, I guess, as far as the fans go. But you know, we're 2 fourth-down plays making a play from being undefeated, probably number 2 or 3 in the nation. So that's how close and how, you know, tight these games are. But you go back to the Kentucky loss at home and the LSU loss on the road. We shouldn't have been in position to lose the games late. And Kentucky, we left some points on the field, left them an opportunity on a 4th down to make a desperation throw down the sideline that turns into a victory later. And at LSU, we went up and down the field in Baton Rouge in the first quarter and didn't score. We probably should have had 10, 13, 17 points out of the gate. We lost the game really in the first quarter. So, yeah, some frustration, some injuries on the offensive line have hurt things a little bit. But all in all, very good football team and determined to try to finish strong.
We're visiting with David Kellum. Now, this is an amazing stat, David, if I read this right. And I think we talked about this when we had you on 3 years ago. You have been at Ole Miss. You started out as the announcer for baseball and women's basketball, 1977. Is that right?
That is true. I was 6 years old.
So is that 40?
No,
do the math. Is
young.
that 40? Is that 46 years? Is that 46? Is that right?
Yeah, I was 18 years old, 46 years, coming up on, I guess, the 47th for baseball. But it is amazing. I just turned 65 last January, and you know, a lot of announcers will go into their 80s and all, and that's when they'll hit those kind of numbers. I've been very fortunate to get an early start, I guess. But
now,
I've seen a lot of games. I took over football and men's basketball in '89. I've continued to do baseball. So I'm calling the grandkids games now at Ole Miss as far as baseball goes.
That is great. Well, you have seen some epic games between Arkansas and Ole Miss. I mean, truly, some crazy ones, not always ending up on the right side for Ole Miss. I think of the Matt Jones 7 overtime game against Eli Manning. I think of the Hunter Henry heave, just to name a few. I mean, some really quirky endings and crazy endings.
Yeah, no doubt. And, you know, there's an argument over illegal players way back in the early days.
I remember that.
Rivalry too.
I've read that, yes.
Arkansas will miss it. And who knows? There was no NCAA, I guess, then, so who knows? But, yeah, in Little Rock, we had the hit and won that game there, too. Had a last-second field goal in Little Rock. But, yeah, the heave was crazy. I remember calling that play. And as it was unfolding, I was hoping something would go that would make it a dead play. But
Yes.
when we got to the end of the play and I called the play, I knew everything about that play was close, which is a helpless feeling to say the least. But and then the 7 overtime game, we got to the end of that. We were all just exhausted, fans, players, announcers. And I looked them up through the rest of our crew, and I said, "Did we get overtime for this?" And everybody just died laughing. We've done a second game. We should get paid.
It was. You think about it, Dave. At that time, we had never seen anything like that. I think the record had been 2 or 3 up to that point. Never seen 7, and then the just the drama with Matt Jones and the way it kept going back and forth. Of course, it was a Manning at quarterback for Ole Miss, so there was a lot of attention. It took forever. Of course, Matt Jones goes on to have another 7. I think a 6 and a 7 overtime, and then in the heave, Hunter heave, Dave. That's crazy because it knocked you guys out of the SEC championship, right?
Right, it did, and again in position to get it done and couldn't get that one stopped. But Hunter, when you think about the play, that was brilliant from a standpoint. Okay, I'm dead in the water, so he lobs it backwards. If he lobs it forward, that's the end of the play too.
Right.
So it was just crazy. And then Matt, we couldn't get Matt on the ground.
I know.
He just ran left, ran right. Golly, will somebody tackle this guy? He was super strong, very gifted athlete.
Yeah, that was when we laughed about it. He was a freshman. He would just go over there, sit, take his helmet off, look up in the sky like he wasn't even playing in the game, and that really started the legend of Matt Jones. Before we let you go, we're visiting with David Kellen, the voice of the Ole Miss Rebels. So you called all of Jamie's pitching games.
I did.
Yeah, what do you remember about Jamie back in the day?
He struck a lot of people out.
He did.
Yeah, no, Jamie was fantastic. Really, really good pitcher and did some cool things. Still to this day, in my mind, one of the best that we've ever had. And I'd say that if he wasn't in the vicinity. He's just been a super person. He's also, because he lives relatively close, is committed to coming back and supporting the program and all. And that's really neat to see too. And he sent. I love his daughter that came to Ole Miss, and everything about that family is really cool.
It's. I'll tell you, David. When you're the voice of any college, you're synonymous with that school. Chuck Barrett now is the voice of the Razorback basketball and football. But even before that, when I played back in the '80s, Paul Ills, which I know you remember Paul too, and I mean you're symbolic. I mean everybody knows you. You know all the history. I mean you got 46 years of calling basketball and football and baseball. I mean. And think of all the athletes that you've called games for. I mean, it's got to be an unbelievable long list.
Well, and not only not just the players that we've had, but the players I've seen on all the other schools in the SEC. I'll tell you a funny story about basketball. So we got Big Oliver Miller we're fixing to face one night in Barnhill, and we're setting up our equipment 90 miles per hour. And my buddy Stan Sandroni was doing color then. We lost Stan a few years ago, but. As we're setting up 90 miles an hour, the students are there early. The place is packed. They've got a fantastic team. And Big O picks up a basketball in midcourt, flips it over his shoulder backwards, and banks it in before they go in, for the last time to come out for the game. And the students are screaming, and Stan says, "Unhook this mess. We need to go home."
Well, listen, that Big O was great. Well, we got to ask you, too, before we let you go. Obviously, you guys are happy with Chris Beard, and obviously the Razorbacks are super happy with Coach Cal. What do you think about that move for the Razorbacks in this coming season?
I think great. I've always liked Coach Cal. A real good friend of mine, Lamar Chance, was his sports information director in Memphis for a long time, and kept up with his career, and he'll do fantastic at Arkansas. A long-term coach at one spot gets fresh opportunity. Sometimes that really turns out good, and it's true with Coach Beard as well. Coach Beard has gone out and hit the portal really hard and increased our talent, our maturity too. We've got a lot of older players from different locations. Plus, you get Matt Morrell and Brakefield back, which is huge, and Juju Murray. So we're going to be pretty salty. But I talked to one of the Auburn assistant coaches here recently. Ran into him, and I said, "Hey, you guys are going to be pretty good." He said, "Yeah, but the thing is, we think we're really good, but we could be like 1 to 8 in the league."
Yes, it's going
the league is going to be incredible. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited that basketball is just around the corner, and we should have some tremendous matchups in the SEC.
Well, David, hey, thanks for jumping on with us. I know you did it because of Jamie, and he thinks the world of you. And I'll try to come up in the press box and say hello to you during the game on Saturday.
Man, do that. Love to see you guys. Appreciate what you do.
Thanks. That's David Kellum, the voice of the Rebels. You know, it's weird. You know, I think too. You know, when Paul Ills was the voice of the Razorbacks, Raj, I think, and Taylor and Jamie, you can give me your opinion. We got JM back on. I think one of the things that helped with Paul was also doing television for KTV, and I think when you're doing television, I think that makes it even more tonight. More people know who you are. I mean, Paul was such a legendary figure.
Well, you said it. How many years he's done it?
Yeah, and Chuck Barrett. You know, Chuck's not doing.
So does David do both?
He does. No, he doesn't do TV. Does he? He just does. He does baseball, football.
Sorry, I misread.
That's okay. He's full time for just those things. Which again, you become synonymous with your program. I was wondering that now. Who was calling? Is it Phil calls baseball for us, and Chuck calls?
That's because I don't have a lot of time to call the baseball. I'm working on more football.
I think Bubba Carpenter does your baseball. Does he?
Bubba and Phil.
Bubba's the color.
Yeah, Bubba's the color.
Phil's the play-by-play.
Listen, I love that combo too. I love both of those guys.
And then Phil will do basketball when Chuck.
women's basketball. That's right.
Yeah, but I thought he also did early season basketball when Chuck is doing. Yeah, when he does.
When he's elsewhere.
Football. And the reason I don't call baseball is it doesn't work if I say the Razorbacks are in victory formation on the diamond.
We have got to, Josh, we've got to find Roger's best clip and let's send that to Chuck.
And
the Razorbacks are in victory formation at the top of the key.
Now,
it doesn't work.
To be candid, the new program that Chuck is on, they put out social media clips.
Yes.
And every single
You think of Roger?
It is impossible. Today he was talking about how he doesn't like people who recline their chairs. He's like, I can't stand it when they do.
Well, let me tell you about Zdenafil. If you're having trouble, you won't anymore. Stand up.
That's your clip right there. I was going to ask now, I think you're older than Bubba, right? Are you older than Bubba?
I think so.
I didn't think you overlapped. Who did you play against Arkansas? Who was in the Arkansas loop back when you played?
What years did you play?
Yeah. What were your years again?
I graduated in 95. I played 94, 95 there.
Okay, so we were just in the conference.
Lonnie was there.
Yeah, Lonnie was playing both sports.
Yes, he was.
Richie was there.
Norm DeBron was the coach, of course.
Norm was just a super, super person to me today. Even then, when I just decided to go to Ole Miss, but Norm was just so phenomenal.
Did you have good games against Arkansas when you pitched against them?
I did. I don't want to admit one of them, but we regular season I beat them both at home and beat them at Fayetteville, and I pitched in the Old Bomb. But Arkansas beat me in the SEC tournament my senior year.
You remember who the stud hitter was for Arkansas? Does he even
maybe Pitt Kello. You had I think that was his name, but just a solid team that they had, and
Jerry, listen.
Teams.
Well, David Kellum said you're one of the best ever do it at Ole Miss, and we wish you that. Listen, we could convince you to wear red and have some hogs at your place.
I'll take you. Listen, he and I both like distressed hats, so I dig that. Yeah, we're all about the distressed and the flat.
I am not, but you're not going to get me to say anything negative about Razorbacks
because
it's just growing up. I have so many people that contacts there with Norm, with the heroes that I had. Paul Ills was a voice that you so reason with, and then Joe Klein, and just
I hate that Joe's not, because I know Joe was one of the guys you looked up to. I say also Norm.
I see what you did there.
What's that?
Yeah, looked up.
I see what you did. Looked up to.
Yeah, Norm. Very good. Yeah, Norm. I saw Norm at the stadium the other day. Saw him. He's got to be in his 80s now.
He is still traveling. He goes to every game. And
he's
still sharp.
Still sharp. Yeah, Justin. Yes. And let me tell you, we forget he was a heart back in the day. Let me tell you, he was.
I went to when I was in high school. I went to
a camp.
Camps there, and he was ripping people.
Yes,
like in high school camps.
Yes,
I'm talking ripping his coaches.
It was awesome.
I didn't realize that, Justin, when I was a player there, because back then we didn't interact as much with the baseball team. I've learned about that more when we've had him on the show, Roger, and hearing other players talk about him and them telling the stories. And man,
well, name anybody with that haircut that's not a hard ass. Him,
that is
Sergeant Carter, R.J. Hawk.
Yes.
They all got that. They're all bad. They're all bad to the bone.
I'll never forget. I don't remember what he coached, but there was a coach, Hanifer. Jamie might remember. I don't know. I don't know if he was a fielding coach or a hitting coach. I have no idea. But he goes, Hanifer! What are you doing? And I'm like a 14, 15-year-old kid going, oh, my gosh. What is I don't know if I can do this.
The greatest rant is on social media. I don't know if you guys have seen it. The guy from Texas, when he goes in the locker room after the game, and he
that's awesome.
He completely just loses it on his team. I mean, he drops more F-bombs. And I can't believe the cameras in there rolling that ever made it out of the locker room. But it was, what was that coach's name? Gustafson? Can't think of. We'll figure that.
He was from Cal State Fullerton to Texas, and
he was a legendary. I think he's probably got the record there. Yes. So, all right, don't go away. 9:30.
Come on, Jay Bird, take us out with Jay Bird.
Come on in. Come on in.
We'll be right back.
When I feel a lonesome night coming on, everything I did all day went wrong. There's a black cloud following me.
The Zone Hotline on 103.7 The Buzz is presented by Jim's Razorback Pizza with 2 locations, Highway 10 past Taylor Loop and just off the Morgan Maumelle exit.
This is Sports Center.
It appeared we were heading towards a game number 6 and a trip back to Los Angeles in this year's World Series, thanks to the Yankees in a 5th-inning blow-up. That is not the case. The Dodgers won the World Series in 5 games over the New York Yankees last night. They trailed 5-0 heading into the 5th inning, but thanks to errors from Aaron Judge, Anthony Volpe, and a miscue from Garrett Cole in not covering first base, the Dodgers were able to erase that 5-run deficit. The Dodgers were then able to scrape across 2 runs in the top of the 8th inning, and then Walker Buehler holds on for them to get a 7-6 victory in game number 5. It's Dave Roberts' 2nd World Championship win as manager of the Dodgers. It's the 8th World Series championship for the Dodgers franchise as a whole. Once again, the Los Angeles Dodgers are your 2024 World Series champions. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center. Buzz Weather with KARK's Pat Walker.
Rain and thunderstorms here throughout the morning hours. The showers will begin to taper off this afternoon. This afternoon we'll have a high of 74 degrees. No rain in the forecast tonight, but it should be a mostly cloudy sky, and it'll get a little cooler. We'll drop down to 56. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Riverfront Steakhouse Special, dinner for 2 for $60. 10-ounce filet, fried shrimp, 2 sides, and our famous salad bar, only $60. Good Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night.
Scott Lucas Construction presents Bruce James every Tuesday morning this fall on Morning Mayhem. Bruce will break down each game, the opponent, and the Razorback program the only way he knows how, and that's with no punches pulled. Bruce James with David, Roger, and Justin on Morning Mayhem, presented by Scott Lucas Construction, servicing all of Central Arkansas, specializing in kitchen and bathroom remodels, as well as home construction and all things remodel. Scott Lucas Construction. Find them on Facebook at Scott Lucas Construction.
Hi, it's Frank Fletcher from the Fletcher Dodge store here in Sherwood. Folks, if you're shopping for a new car or truck, I hope you'll come see us and give us a chance to earn your business. We have huge discounts, 0% financing available, and we'll give you $1,000 over Kelly Blue Book value for your trade-in. Folks, I guarantee you a hassle-free buying experience. And if you've had credit problems in the past, listen to this. We have an easy pre-approval process. Just go to FletcherCredit.com to get started. You can be pre-approved in minutes. It's really not hard. FletcherCredit.com. Folks, we're also still buying cars every day. If you got an old car or truck you want to turn into cash, Bring it to Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood and ask for Chris or Andy. Shop Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood before you buy anywhere else. Shop in person or shop online at FletcherDeals.com. Thank you.
Just in time for the holidays, Connor's got cash for guns at Pickles Gap Weapon Shack. Whether it's one gun or the whole collection, Connor's got your cash for the holidays. Visit Pickles Gap Weapon Shack on Highway 65 in Conway or picklesgapweaponshack.com.
Hey, Mom and Dad, are you looking to take your young athlete's game to the next level? Summerwood Sports in Bryan has got you covered. From basketball to volleyball, Summerwood Sports offers top-notch training for youth up to 7th grade. Whether your child prefers individual attention or small group sessions, we've got flexible setups to fit their needs. Our expert coaches help your athlete improve their skills, build confidence, and most importantly, have fun. Spaces fill up fast, so check availability now at summerwoodsports.com. Summerwood Sports, where young athletes train to be champions.
Ethan Bates, Conference USA Player of the Year here for HJ Trailer Sales. It's finally fall, my favorite time of the year. Well, okay, except for maybe baseball season. When I need a dependable trailer to get in and out of the woods, there's no better place than at HJ Trailer Sales in Hot Springs. From sales to repairs, HJ Trailer Sales keeps me ready all hunting season long. Being from Hot Springs, it doesn't hurt that they're my hometown trailer store. Family owned and operated. Go to hjtrailersales.com or on Facebook.
Rock and Roll Sushi presents the Zone's Rock and Roll Challenge. Every Wednesday, Chris and Justin will spin the wheel of rock and roll knowledge and give you a chance to win a $20 Rock and Roll Sushi gift card. The Rock and Roll Challenge on the Zone is presented by Rock and Roll Sushi.
Want to see our beautiful faces? Catch Morning Mayhem streaming live every day on YouTube, X, and Facebook. Just search 1037 The Buzz.
What did you say your name was? Vince Clortho, Keymaster of Gozer.
According to this, his name's Louis Tully. Lives on Central Park West.
So good.
Do you want some coffee, Mr. Tully?
Do I? Yes, have some. Yes, have some.
So good.
Vince, you said before you were waiting for a sign. What sign are you waiting for? Gozer the Traveler. He will come in one of the pre-chosen forms. During the rectification of the Valdrani, the Traveler came as a large and moving torb. Then, during the third reconciliation of the last of the McKettrick supplicants, they chose a new form for him, that of a giant slore. Many Shubs and Zools knew what it was to be roasted in the depths of the slore that day, I can tell you.
That was from Ghostbusters. What was that, 19? Are we talking about 80?
I'd say 84, 85. Yeah, 84 for 85.
So many good actors.
Could be way off.
Great song, too.
Chris had him on their show before.
Hey, yeah,
maybe once or twice,
yeah. Great to have the boys from the Grove Hunting Club, Jamie Price and Taylor Grayson. Hate that we weren't down there today, but you still have a few openings for duck hunting, and then if you want to come in there and do a retreat at the club, it's got everything that you need.
We do. We still have, once hunting season starts, it's hard to do that, but we do a lot of women's retreat, believe it or not, at the lodge. We do church retreats. It's not just, we've had
church retreats,
couples retreats there where you have guest speakers come in. We do a lot of that, but once hunting season starts, it's full.
Boom.
And bingo.
Well,
we're thinking couples retreat. I mean, you have couples retreats?
We have.
And I mean, are all the couples strangers, or do some of them know each other like the movie? I was going to say, I'm not saying about swinging. What I'm talking about is, because Justin hit it with me, we're thinking about that movie. It was couples retreat.
Couples retreat,
right.
yes.
Boom.
It is
boom. We're doing it.
It is as nice as a lot of hotels are nicer than. I mean, hunting clubs aren't always that way, and it is spectacular. So we can't give it a higher recommendation.
It's the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort.
I should have mentioned this earlier, but he's talking about businesses. I work for Helen Agri Incorporated, and we're agri business,
right?
And our company has, for the past couple of years, brought in a certain spot of a position of our business. It's called the Agri-Intelligence. Brings them in about 50 people, and they have a meeting. They split them up. They have different rooms they go to. I mean, it's worked out well for us.
I'm telling you, flat screen TVs, showers. Yeah. I mean, it's
tubs.
Very relaxing.
Tubs for the ladies. Yes. Tubs for the ladies.
I mean, people go to hotels and motels and your Holiday Inns that have those meetings.
Yeah.
It's more relaxing to go out there in the outdoor atmosphere and just chill out and have a meeting.
It is a great setup.
Do you guys send out people guides? Excuse me, I've got the hiccups. Do you guys send out guides with each hunter, or no? Or is that up to the hunter?
Oh no, on the duck hunting, we 100% guided. So it's just, we've tried that in the past, Justin, to try to let guys kind of do their own thing, but some of them have ended up on the neighbor's property. Some of them and it just didn't. It's just better. It's safe.
What about deer hunting?
Deer hunting is 100% by membership, and you learn. Okay. I mean, we have 30 plus, 5x8 box stands. We have the two big ones that are 12x12 that have air conditioned satellite TV. That I think Trey had touched on this.
It's so ridiculous. It's awesome.
Yeah, get your kid in that environment of spending that time with them is just not that you want them on their phone, but you want them with you. You want them with you.
Let's go to the Hodges Glass Little Rock Glass hotline and talk to Roger. Do you remember Ebony Mitchell when she won Miss Arkansas in 2022? What title she had coming in? Obviously to qualify for that.
No, they don't remember because they're not perverts like you.
I am not a pervert because I did my research. Do you remember what she was?
Well, it's not fair because I didn't do research.
I know you did. She was Miss Dogwood. Let's go to Ebony Mitchell on the hotline. Good morning, Ebony. How are you?
Hey, good morning. I'm good. How are you?
Good, Miss Dogwood. Now, what area of the state is Miss Dogwood?
Yes, and I'm impressed you remembered, but Dogwood is over by the Siloam Springs area.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. Hard to believe, Roger. We've had this tradition, guys, of always having Miss Arkansas on, I think the Tuesday or Wednesday after she wins, and we've been doing that, man, for 15, 20. I mean, we've done that a long time, and it seems like, Ebony, I've been around you so much that it was 4 or 5 years ago, but hard to believe it was only 2022.
I know, right? It seems like a lifetime ago, but then also it seems like yesterday, so...
Well, I get to see you every weekend with DJ at the game, so maybe that's what it is. Ebony, Ebony and DJ are the power couple, the new Hollywood couple for Arkansas.
Yeah. For Arkansas.
Yes, for sure. And of course, the other day, DJ and I traded some barbs at the Touchdown Club. Because I said I thought y'all were getting close to being engaged or something, and he said, well, you should. He said, we're close at a year and a half, and you and Jessica have been around for how many years now? 7 or 8.
Taking some shots there.
Yeah, touche. Hey, listen, the good thing you are with the Arkansas Food Bank, and we're doing an event tonight at Flyway Brewery to raise funds for you guys.
Yeah, we're so excited. So this is the first time that, of my knowledge, that the Arkansas Food Bank is going to do a Halloween bash with the Buzz. So it's all to raise money for food insecure residents here in Arkansas, especially within our 33 county service area. And a lot of people don't know that Arkansas is actually ranked first in the nation for food insecurity. So we're really trying our best to put on events, raise awareness, raise some funds, but then also, come out to Flyway and have a good time. There's going to be themed drinks. We have Beetlejuice beer. We also have Witch's Brew beer. And it's a costume contest. And there will be prizes.
Yeah, the costume contest starts at the judging, I think, Justin's at 8:30. Now, we've got a contest going on here at the Buzz. I thought that was Rainwater for a minute, but it's Ralph. Come in here, Ralph. And we saw Justin Aker a minute ago. He was Mr. NASA man.
No, he said he was a moonshot. Moonshine. Hi, what's up, Ralph? So, are you not going to dress up?
Is the Ebony? Is there a charge to get in? How are we raising funds for your cause tonight?
So the cool thing about this event is admission is completely free.
Yes.
So we're just asking for people to make donations throughout the night. Also, Flyway is going to give all of their proceeds tonight to the Arkansas Food Bank. So we wanted to make this event accessible for the public. Come out. You can come after you're done trick-or-treating, but it's free to get in. And then you just come, have a good time, and help us raise some money for the food bank.
Did you say Arkansas is number one?
I was about to say, Roger, did you catch that?
Yes.
Number one. And when you say food insecurity, give the definition of food insecurity, if you would.
People wonder where the next meal's coming from.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. So food insecurity is when people don't know where their next meal will come from.
Oh, listen, we have got to be close with somebody.
Number one.
Who's real close? I mean, we're not that far. It's terrible that we're number one.
Mississippi and Louisiana.
I don't like being. It's not being good, but not to be good. Obviously, number one in that category.
You know what? And that's another thing. That's another thing. While you're doing that, and while we're part of that Bryant Youth Association thing as well, they help out with things like that, and they can find out some of those things to help out some of the youth. So that's terrible. I cannot imagine. By the grace of God, I've never had to worry about where my next meal is coming from, and that is strictly a blessing. I cannot imagine a kid having to worry about that, let alone an adult who.
It's 1 in 4 kids.
Oh my word!
Being on the school board back home, we see it a lot. I mean, that sending meals home with kids on Fridays just so they can eat through the weekend. It'll get to you, man. I mean, it's a lot bigger than what y'all think in Arkansas.
It's terrible, and I volunteer for Meals on Wheels, and when you see some of the folks that this is what they eat, so that your donations for that as well help. I just can't imagine. So we need to do more with Food Bank as well.
Listen, I love the fact, Ebony, that this is your career work that you're doing after finishing up with all the pageant stuff, and we'll look for you tonight over at Flyway. And what we need to also do is get you in studio and let you talk more about this in any way we can help. But look forward to seeing you tonight at the Boo Bash with the Buzz.
Yeah, let's do it. I'll see y'all at 6.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ebony.
We got a listener just call or just text and say, we got Tyson and Walmart. I'm going to put it on everybody. We can't go to Tyson and Walmart for everything. They're already doing, giving us Coach Cow. We can't go for everything else. Right. We got to do something ourselves, and that means even if it's $5, or maybe you can maybe you can't give money, but maybe you can volunteer and help. If you can do that. So not one kid, and it's terrible to think. And think about a parent who's worried about how they're going to feed their kid. I mean, there's a lot of things that happen in people's lives, but I just cannot imagine. Maybe it's because I'm getting older and I think about my grandkids, and I can imagine that. So hats off to Ebony and the folks that do that.
Yeah, Flyway, by the way, Flyway Brewery is in North Little Rock on Maple Street. So you got that.
It's a perfect location.
Yeah, you like that's in your. You get that mic up. We can't hear you. Yeah, go ahead. There you go.
It's roughly 2 minutes from my house.
Yeah, is that one of your hangouts? Is that one of your? It's not.
But it might be.
If you keep telling them about that mic.
Yeah, well, listen,
Josh, you know that mic's an issue. You're on radio. See, you don't have headphones on, so you don't know what you sound like.
Yeah, this is what you sound when the mic's down, and this is what you sound like with the mic's up.
You shouldn't have to eat the microphone.
Well, you always do.
But you do with this.
No. What do you think there's Lysol's in there for?
This is without the mic.
Yeah.
This is with the mic.
Do it again without the mic?
This is me without the mic.
I like Flyway Brewery because it's near my house.
Yes. Come on, you're on radio, bro.
I'm just over here having trouble sitting down because Bass scolded me.
I did not scold you. What are you
doing? Did you hear?
I have been in unison recently. Y'all can't hear us, and you keep scolding.
What did I do?
I go. No, they don't know what she used to be, Miss Dogwood. Because they're not perverts. He goes, I'm not a pervert. I'm like, good God, Bass, it was a joke.
I wasn't, maybe,
Lord have mercy.
Maybe that was my subconscious Bass coming out. I didn't realize I said that like that.
No, but you are.
Josh, can you pull it up? Because he
you call me a pervert. You call me a pervert.
I've called you a pervert plenty of times in the last 3 years.
Not with a lady on the line.
All right.
We have a lady. We have Miss Arkansas there.
Justin, can we recall when Chanley Painter was on the line and Baz goes, "Wow, do you see that?"
With the glasses.
That's not a pervert.
With the glasses.
That's what a man says.
He wants his girlfriend to. He wants his girlfriend to get the Chanley Painter costume.
I was trying to make a joke to be funny on radio.
Yeah, no, listen.
And he
did, Justin. He did.
I
said Justin
ripped into me.
Justin's,
I'm like, okay, sorry.
I didn't pick up on that.
Well,
I didn't say anything the rest of the
He didn't. But I did get a picture. He sent me a picture of his butt, and it's got whelps on it. I've seen it. It's adorable, but it's got little whelps on it.
All right, we'll come back and wrap things. I didn't even realize it. I don't realize that some of the things we know on the show, we do things that we don't know that we do.
Josh, flag the tape.
Listen, how do we know that the Grove is 10 acres because we don't listen to the show and had to learn about it again, and now we'll never forget.
All I know is that, Justin, I would have got no
A friend of mine just texted me and goes, yes, he did get very defensive.
No citations today, Justin, because we're draped in orange today. We're draped in orange today.
We are we're the hunters, okay? That's who we are.
All right, we'll come back and wrap things up. 9:48.
As Little Rock grows, so does our need for reliable streets, sidewalks, and drainage systems. With rising construction costs, the city needs your support to keep our infrastructure moving forward. A vote for the results for the Rock sales tax will provide $80 million to address priority needs, improving streets, sidewalks, and drainage across the city, ensuring safer commutes and stronger neighborhoods. $5 million will be invested in infrastructure projects in targeted communities south of Interstate 630 and east of I-30, bringing much-needed development to underserved parts of our city. We'll also allocate $3 million for new sanitation trucks, improving garbage collection for all of us, and an additional $48 million to continue critical street paving and sidewalk projects that keep our city connected. Invest in progress. Vote for twice for Little Rock's future, because a penny today funds progress for tomorrow.
The all-new alternative firearm season is opening October 19th. Check out the great selection of straight wall cartridge firearms and straight wall ammo selection 350 and 400 legend in stock. Shop local this hunting season. Fort Thompson and Sherwood.
Every day, we do one thing, and we do it at the highest level. We formed Arkansas Urology more than 25 years ago. And ever since, our world-class team has gained experience and expertise in every aspect of urology. Today, you'll find our state-of-the-art facilities across Arkansas, where the latest technologies are used in innovative ways by skilled specialists who are dedicated to one thing, improving lives every day. Schedule your appointment at arkansasurology.com.
Custody, guardianships, adoptions. For any family matter, hire the Lions. There's no one better to protect your pride than our pride of Legal Lions. Exceptional communication and exceptional results in both the negotiating room and the courtroom. Lion Legal, the legal pride of Arkansas. Call 227-ROAR and Lion Legal will come roaring to the rescue.
Hey, I bet I can get you to say, yes, just like that. I'll prove it. Right now at Genesis of Conway, which can provide you with a car ownership experience you never knew existed, that Genesis of Conway can get you into a 2025 Genesis GV70 at 2.9% interest for 60 months. Say it with me. Yes! I knew you'd do that. Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
Stay up to date with the latest Razorback news with the Red White Report every weekday with Justin and DJ on The Zone. Presented by Tiretown Point S in Benton. Make sure your car is game day ready before you head up to the hill with Tiretown Point S.
Hey Razorback fans, it's Quinn Grovey. Check out the new location of Bell & Sword in Conway. Suits, shirts, vests, also polos with Arkansas logo gear from Johnny O and Peter Millar. A store within a store with Arkansas-made Martin Dingman shoes and leather goods. Fantastic service with a tailor-on staff to fit you perfectly. Go to the new location, Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street, Conway, or on Facebook and Instagram.
This year, we considered hiring an ad agency to help with our marketing.
They pitched impressive visuals and a script that was inspiring.
And exotic animal mascots to help grab your attention.
In the end, we just decided to tell it to you straight. Shelter Insurance has award-winning customer service at affordable rates.
Plus, our local agents are there to help you understand what coverage you need.
See Shelter Agent Paul Griffin in Monticello, Sam Eklund in Star City, or Kyle Stone in Pine Bluff.
Roger Scott for Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union in Benton. They're your one-stop shop for all your lending needs. Shopping for a motorcycle, an ATV, maybe a boat or an RV. They've got you covered. How about a personal loan to help you with some unexpected expenses? Alcoa Community FCU does that too. And they consistently offer some of the lowest auto rates in the area. Apply securely online at alcoacommunityfcu.org for your next loan. Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union, now serving Saline, Grant, Garland, Hot Spring, and Perry counties.
Where there's Razorback football, there's the First Security Bank fifth quarter postgame show. Join Randy Rainwater, Marcus Elliott, and Trey Schapp after each Razorback game right here on 103.7 The Buzz. Listen in as they interview players and coaches and discuss each week's outcome. Get inside the huddle and the locker room with 103.7 The Buzz, bringing you all the information you want to know. It's the First Security Bank fifth quarter postgame show only on 103.7 The Buzz.
No. I'm not sure
This is Quinn Ruby, and you're listening to Morning Mayhem on 103.7 The Buzz.
All right, yeah. Justin, you've got to go to the webcam or to YouTube and check out Acree's Get Up.
I'm on it.
You see
that? Is so good.
Acree? That's a pretty.
That's impressive.
It's impressive. He's trying to. Oh wow.
Oh, it really
Very
is.
nice. Yes.
Yes.
Right.
You see him, Justin? Justin Moore. You see Justin Acree? Let's see. There we go.
I like it. The
Yeah.
helmet.
I do.
Yes, very nice.
That's so good. He's a moonshine.
Moonshine.
I love
Very
it.
nice.
That
Look
is
at you.
awesome. That is great.
Remember the good old days.
That's
We don't do that kind of thing no more.
No, we don't.
There was a
If we
time.
did those things, I would dress up as Tony Montana.
Justin Acree is serious about winning today.
So is
You
that
need to win it, David.
Yes.
What's the point of competing if you're not here to win?
Yeah,
right.
What, JM? JM, are you there?
Yeah, I'm just wondering, is that like a typical thing for astronauts?
What?
The drinking, is that what?
Hell, if I was
The
one.
flask.
The flask, yeah.
We'll play on
It's a
words.
play.
So
We'll
it's
play
a
on
little play
words.
on words.
Let me tell you something, Justin.
Moonshine.
Like those people recently, you get up there and you're up there for, you think you're going for 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
And you get stuck up there for 5 months.
Yeah.
You're going to wish you had some
You're going to
booze.
wish you did. You're going to need some booze, man.
No doubt about that.
What's happening on the zone today?
So today, what is the day today? I was off yesterday. What's our
It's
day
Thursday
today?
the 31st.
Huh?
Yes, yes.
Halloween. Let's see. We got Luke House coming up. Thanks to Fence Brokers. We're going to talk to Quinn Grovey. Thanks to Bill and Sword. We got Barrett Salee and Dick Girardi. David?
Yes. Yeah, for a great coach.
No,
Yeah.
Dick Girardi!
Great
Thank you very
coach.
much.
Great
Roger,
coach.
you know what I'm talking about. Dick Girardi, who is the sort of horse racing insider.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. Breeders'
Yes.
Cups this weekend.
Ah, yes.
We'll talk about
Frank was
that.
talking about that
I talked
yesterday.
to Lance Gassaway, our buddy, yesterday. And I know, obviously, you guys are close
Yeah.
to the Hambies, too. But
Yeah.
no, they don't have it. He's not taking anything over the Breeders. But he's getting ready for the season. He's excited.
Yeah, we're close. I mean,
No
we're
doubt.
right around the corner, man.
Before you know it, bud.
Roger, what are you going to go get dressed up as when you come back? What is it, Justin? What does Roger need to be dressed up as when we come back for the Halloween party today at lunch?
Not everybody has to. They encourage it. But we will come back as the ambiguously hunters is what we will
Is that what
be.
it
That's
is?
exactly right. Or I can come back as Dr. Jones, and you can come in for your second exam.
Jamie Taylor, enjoyed having you guys.
Enjoyed it.
Enjoyed having you guys.
Thank you,
Let us know.
guys.
Yeah,
Thanks so much.
Do we get a prediction?
On the
What you guys think Arkansas going to win by?
Justin is not feeling good. Melinda's not feeling good.
I don't know.
Listen, this is Tennessee 2.0, boys.
It's going to be a
This
close
is
one.
big fake offense until they roll in the
feeling,
Fable.
You feeling good?
Well, I mean, every decent team they play, they score
I
like
know.
25
Have I
points.
heard of it?
If you can score 30, you win. If you can't, you don't.
Yeah.
You want to score 30 or not?
Well, I like the numbers. 5-0 the last 5 years. The last 5 times they've been to Fayetteville. So that's
I like that.
Yeah, I like that
Yeah,
too.
David Kellum. I think he called Taylor Green Taylor or something.
Tyler,
too.
call him Tyler Green. He
You
did.
will know his name soon, sir.
Yeah, listen, no good luck to you this weekend with your team,
Yeah,
Jamie.
thank
But
you.
Good luck to you, sir.
Good luck with the Grove Hunting Club.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
Thank y'all
thank
very much.
y'all
Great
so
to have
much.
you.
Thank y'all.
Tonight, Justin, we mentioned Boo Bash
Can't
with
wait.
the Buzz.
Oh, buddy, it's going to be awesome. We'll be there about 5:45, 6 o'clock. We're going to start officially. We're going to just kind of judge through the night, and then we're going to have the official judging at 8:30.
Yes.
But it'll be good early night. Barry's got to work tomorrow. I get it. So we're not going to tear it up too much.
Will you be doing both this? Will you continue with this theme? Will this be your
Yeah, I'm
outfit?
not changing. I don't have like multiple outfits. I'm not that guy.
Listen, we've had some epic Halloweens before. Bill
Oh,
Vickery
boy, I
is
know.
one comes to mind.
Come out tonight, Roger. I'll throw a shot glass at you. I feel like old time.
Well, let me get a hold of Zach so he can come down and choke him out.
Justin, hey, JM, this is your last weekend of shows, right?
It is.
Oh, how about that? Very nice.
So no excuse on the duck hunt. You're coming.
Where are you going this weekend?
Where's your last stops at, Justin?
Dallas. Golly, Dallas.
Dallas
somewhere.
And then he's done, baby.
After Dallas, he gets in the victory formation and comes on home.
Oh, Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach is even better.
All right. Good work, guys. Thanks so much.
Thank you, guys.
Justin, have a good weekend. We'll talk to you next week, hopefully after a Hog win over Ole Miss. Thanks for listening, everybody. Have a great, safe Halloween tonight. Zone's up next.
Join Roger Scott for game day watch parties at Boudreaux's Grill and Bar, 9811 Maumelle Boulevard in North Little Rock, and cheer on our team. The fun is at Boudreaux's, your fun and game station, 103.7 The Buzz.
Honda of North Little Rock is under new ownership. You owe it to yourself to come see the newly remodeled showroom, as it's overflowing with new and used inventory of Honda and Yamaha ATVs and motorcycles. Don't miss out on the great deals. Meet the new owners and GM Al Hanmaker. That's Honda of North Little Rock, 4524 MacArthur Drive.
Have questions about retirement, investments, or your money? Call our financial hotline. Dial 501-381-5228 and leave a voicemail with your specific financial question, and our experts will answer it on the Get Ready for the Future show Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Get your financial questions answered by the pros. 501-381-5228. Call now. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advice offered through Independent Advisor Alliance. Independent Advisor Alliance and Genwealth Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Listen for Champs and Chumps Fridays during the Zone. Brought to you by D.R. Horton, America's #1 home builder. Currently building homes in Maumelle and Alexander. Find them online at drhorton.com. D.R. Horton is an equal housing builder.
The Zone is coming up next, right here on 103.7 The Buzz, KABZ Little Rock. Buzz News with KARK's Claire Kreitz.
The Arkansas Forestry Department has been working overtime to deal with wildfires across the state. This month alone, nearly 300 fires have sparked. Reps with Forestry Emergency Services say they are seeing more right now than they have in the past decade. The agency has about 200 people positioned around the state, ready to fight the flames with bulldozers and water drops from single-engine planes. Still, some of these fires have been difficult to handle because they've ignited and spread so quickly. According to the Department of Agriculture, our dry weather is a big factor in these fires, and that even a few inches of rain would make a major difference. The state health department released its latest report for the flu season. The state is still listed as having minimal flu activity, but it has moved up a point on the scale. We are still in flu season, so more cases are likely to happen as we get closer to the end of the year. This is Claire Kreitz for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center. Buzz Weather with KARK's Pat Walker.
Rain and thunderstorms here throughout the morning hours. The showers will begin to taper off this afternoon. This afternoon we'll have a high of 74 degrees. No rain in the forecast tonight, but it should be a mostly cloudy sky, and it'll get a little cooler. We'll drop down to 56. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Riverfront Steakhouse Special. Dinner for two for $60. 10-ounce filet, fried shrimp, 2 sides, and our famous salad bar. Only $60. Good Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night.
Every day, we do one thing, and we do it at the highest level. We formed Arkansas Urology more than 25 years ago, and ever since, our world-class team has gained experience and expertise in every aspect of urology. Today, you'll find our state-of-the-art facilities across Arkansas, where the latest technologies are used in innovative ways by skilled specialists who are dedicated to one thing, improving lives every day. Schedule your appointment at arkansasurology.com.
Mickey Hennard for Hennard Foothills Equipment. We handle Kubota's full line of tractors and hay tools, along with Vermeer hay products. Family owned and operated for over 30 years. Take exit 42 to Hennard Foothills Equipment in Searcy, your hometown Kubota dealer, no matter where you live.
The king of Arkansas sports talk, Randy Rainwater for Bet